So this is session 4 of 4, Cypher Systems Unmasked, a superhero, secret teen superhero, weird setting in 1986. I got some complaints on my YouTube feed. I rarely get comments, but somebody was like, "Oh, you don't do any more superhero stuff." So this is what that is. But it's also me trying out the Cypher System. I've made this apology at the beginning of most of my sessions, but if you play Cypher System, you may cringe at how I'm doing it. But we are going to be playing through this. It's the last session. We're going to try and take some time at the end to talk about the setting and the game and the play, take our do our roses and thorns today. We'll take a break at the midpoint. This is part of the Gauntlet Hangouts. You can find our community online on G+. And if you're curious about this and the 100 plus games we run in a month, you can check out gauntlets-rpg.com. So last time we left off following the mall. The fight at the mall, we kind of left it open, and I said that each of you were going to get another memento, which I'm going to dole that out here in a second. I'm going to draw a random power, and then you have to tell me what piece of memorabilia it is. So I'll let you kind of define that. Other thing I was going to stop and ask is mechanically, I know Bulldog bought Effort 2, Warlock bought Effort 2. Did anybody else buy anything?
I believe I bought Effort 2, right?
Yeah,
you
Bulldog.
said Bulldog. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I missed my own name.
Sorry, Sean. It's Bulldog. Sophia, did you buy anything?
I'm muted.
Oh.
Sorry about that. No, I didn't. I suspect I'm going to have to, though, at some point during tonight.
So 4 points to a pool, add an edge, increase your effort, add a skill. Those are the 4 basic ones you can do.
Okay.
Okay.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Nope.
It's points, isn't it? It's 4 experience points to buy that rather than 8, isn't it?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lowell, I bought Effort 2, an Edge in Intellect, and I've also bought a Skill of Initiative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you had saved up a bunch of points.
Well, that's... Yes. So I think I'm 3 short of the next tier.
That's right.
Yep.
Even if you get to the next tier, we're not going to stop off and do that because that's super complicated. They got this weird leveling thing, but that's a whole nother can of superhero worms. Sherry, did you buy anything?
I bought my edge up to 2 in intellect.
Okay.
So that I can use my powers and not drain myself using my powers.
Okay, so I'm going to start with Babylon Pi. I'm going to give you a power for this cipher, and you can tell me what it looks like. Let's see, that one's kind of... it is a force ray emitter, and it will do... submit. So that's 5. It will do 7 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And what is it?
Yeah, tell me. What piece of memento is this this memorabilia that you find that emits this force ray?
Okay, so it is a blow dryer. The thing is that the marketing on it was a little like way off because it's a Holly Hobby blow dryer. So that was like essentially a popular character from the 70s and all country cute. So it's like this sort of appalling blow dryer.
And like a smaller one, like a kid size.
Yeah, it's like it's that exactly. So it probably actually looks like it was supposed to be like one of those old school ones that was connected to like it actually had like a big tube on it and they heated the air in a case.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember those.
Oh,
but
yeah, those are really obscure. Yeah.
Those are really old. So, yes.
Let me ask you each of these mementos gives you a feeling or a sensation or a memory when you use it. What is that with this cipher?
I think that you always remember like one of the Christmases when you were a kid and getting something that was like a cardigan.
That seems perfect to me.
Okay.
I dig it. Okay, next I'm working my way across the sheet here. I'm going to look at Bulldog. Let's draw a card for you. So this is a speed boost. It will add 1 to your speed edge for an hour.
Nice.
And that's pretty cool. Tell me, what is the thing? What is the object that this memento is?
It is a pack of Big League Chew, which looks, for those who don't know, it is bubble gum that's been, like, it's in these long, thin strips. It's pretend tobacco because the big leaguers of Major League Baseball often would have chaws of tobacco in there. And this was so you could pretend, as a kid, you could pretend you were using tobacco because it was fine back then. It didn't cause mouth cancer at all.
Nope.
Some weird thing about nowadays, but back then in the 80s, Big League Chew, huge. It was pure sugar, so you just stick a little bit in, and you can boost.
Got to put it in your mouth.
Yeah,
there.
Between lip and gum.
Between lip and gum. And what is the memory or feeling or sensation that you get when you activate this cipher?
The smell of fresh cut grass in the spring.
Oh, okay. Nice. The boys of summer. There's the boys of spring. I like it. Warlock. I'm going to give you a cipher. Let's see. That is exactly the same thing. All right. This is... Oh, no, you already have that power. I'm not going to give you that. I'm glad they made all these cards for random ciphers and then a bunch of them are duplicates. That's great.
Well, they had to hit 52 or something, right? So they just duplicate with different art.
This is a density controller. Essentially, for the next day, whatever sort of item or weapon you attach this to, when you smack somebody with it, it dramatically increases in weight and does 2 extra damage. The dramatic increase in weight is the cool part of that one. So what is it?
So this is actually, it's an Atari 2600 video game controller.
Okay.
That was in one of the booths in the center, and pretty much it glows. And I think what you do is you actually, touch the end to whatever you want to increase in weight, and it gets really heavy. Yeah.
Okay. And what's the sensation you get?
I think the sensation you get is whenever you're first going to sleep, sometimes you get that little jerk. And it's that, kind of jerk that knocks you back awake. Where you're a little bit, whenever you plug it in, it kind of, yeah.
Nice. And laser flip. Let us see what you will get. You will get a truth inducer.
Okay.
1 creature touched answers questions truthfully for 1 minute.
Okay.
What does that look like?
And that will be a signed promo photo of Lorne Green from Battlestar Galactica 1980.
Awesome. And so to use it, you have to tear it apart. That's a classic.
Yeah. And the feeling it gives is that your best times are behind you, and that that regret that things will never be as good again.
That seems to sum up Battlestar 1980 right there. I think that's a good summary. For those of you who don't know what that is, look it up. Anyway, we are starting out. The thing that is on the table that is clearly coming is we've got the dance. They had this fight with the queen bee and her minions in the mall. That was on Friday night. Unfortunately, they didn't get to go see Howard the Duck, but they, because of course they would have closed the movie theater and all that. And the dances the next night. Been some discussion about going as a group or not going, but we're going to take up Saturday morning, and we're going to kind of do a home scene. I want to check in with everybody about dance preparations, about home life, all of those kinds of things, just to kind of walk through that. So let's start with Darlene Szabo. Darlene Szabo probably snuck in last night after the whole mall thing. So you get up on Saturday morning. What are your plans for the day?
Well, I have to get everything all set up for the dance this evening because I have to go in and finish up the decorations.
Right.
So essentially my plans are figuring out what I'm going to wear.
Okay.
So it's pink. So I have to pull all the pink stuff out of my closet and then put together something that I can be seen in.
So you're going to be radical and not wear a dress, like a prom dress thing?
No, that is so. No. You have to wear. I mean, these are not the years of a dress. These are the years of a fabulous shirt and skirt. That would be, you're not wearing a single dress at that point. So
okay.
You have to have something that's striking, like, because remember, this is kind of like Madonna and all that stuff too. So it's all that kind of disassembled stuff.
There'll be that moment when your mom is walking past your door. She has our laundry basket, and she'll kind of stop, and she'll say, "Are you going to the dance?"
Yeah, going with friends. Well, and
who are these
Richard.
friends that you're going to the dance with?
Sophia, and Richard Ellis, and some other people.
Okay. Richard Ellis, interesting. Is that the young man from your lab?
Yeah.
He seemed very nice.
He's very nice, Mom. The sort of friend a person likes to have.
Is he picking you up? Just asking. I know you're going with friends, but I just wanted to see if someone was picking you up.
I don't know. I should call and see who's driving us. Okay. There. That's pretty good, wasn't it?
Okay. So you'll dodge out of that. We'll come back and check in with you again on later in the day stuff. Let's go to Sophia.
Okay. So Sophia is in her bedroom. She's tried applying her makeup, but her makeup is run as she is crying. Almost everyone going to the dance has a partner, and she just feels overlooked. She feels like no one's paying attention to her. And at that point, she hears a voice in her head from the mask that's on the dresser next to her. Laser Flip is very much wanting to go to the dance. She wants to go and be seen. Sophia's in two minds about it.
You're kind of struggling with that when your dad kind of is coming down. Hey, honey, what are you up to?
No, it's okay,
Aren't
Dad.
You watching cartoons?
Don't come in.
Sweetie.
I'm changing.
He'll wait for you to finish and open the door. Kind of stands there.
and she's there. The dress that's on the bed is quite plain. It's not a very expensive one because obviously we don't have a lot of money. And
What are you doing? What are you crying for?
Nothing. I'm getting ready to go to the dance.
You're going to the dance? You didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
Who are you going with, and why are you crying? I have two minds about this.
I'm not going with anyone. I'm going with my friends. No one asked me.
You go with your friends, and you'll meet somebody there. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, none of the boys there pay attention to me. I'm not one of the popular ones.
Well, we just need to get you a better dress. You get changed, and we'll go to the store. We'll go over. We'll swing by Kmart, or we'll go and look, or we can even go to JCPenney.
No, Dad, you can't afford that.
You don't get to tell me what I can afford, young lady. You just go get changed, and we'll skip watching the Smurfs, and we'll go on, okay?
And yeah, we'll cut it there.
Okay. Let's come to Sean.
Oh, this is not going to be good. Okay. Yeah, I think Sean is. We're Saturday morning. Is that right?
Saturday morning.
Since we already talked about cartoons. Yeah, he's watching Transformers, followed by Thunder the Barbarian. I think he's got the whole lineup. He's been up since 6 because WGN plays the best ones early.
They got a little bit of the old retro stuff going there.
Yeah, it's the best stuff. Yeah, so he's definitely doing that. That's. Oh man,
Hey.
Transformers really came out this year. That's awesome.
Your brother comes in. The one who was here yesterday, and the one who got you your suit, and he'll drop down next to it, and he's like, "Oh, isn't Scooby-Doo on?"
Yeah, and I'll get up. And
No. It's
turn
cool.
the dial. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Hey, I want to talk to you about Mom and Dad.
Okay. What's wrong?
So I don't know if you noticed, they've been a little down, a little upset lately.
I hadn't noticed that. That sucks. They haven't. What's wrong?
So I don't know if you remember Uncle Isaiah. Stopped by a couple of times. Lived out in New York.
Sure. What about it?
How do I put this? So Isaiah is very sick.
Okay.
He's not. He's here in town at the hospital. He's probably going to die. The thing is that Dad was really close to Isaiah, but Isaiah kind of broke off from the family, and had a job and a family and a wife and a whole life out in New York.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out that was a lie.
So he didn't have a family.
He was out in New York, and how do I put this? He was gay, and he never told anybody in the family. at all. And he got sick. And I think you know what I'm talking about. And Dad's upset because, I mean, it would have upset the family, but he's upset that his brother was keeping this secret from him.
Okay.
And now he doesn't have time to reconcile with him.
Really, that sucks.
I just want to tell you that be extra careful around them. They're going to be kind of wound up for the next couple weeks, okay? And you know, you're one of the few of us that actually has their head screwed on straight. So, I need you to be real good.
Sure. I mean, of course. It's there. Do we need to cook for the family, or?
No, I think doing that stuff, what Mom does, having her still do it, it'll keep her focused. So just act normal, you know, be a normal kid.
Well, normally I leave. Stay out of
Maybe
everybody's hair.
do a little bit less of that, but you might tell Mom that you're going to the dance because she'll be super thrilled about that.
Well, I don't. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, cool. I got a jet. I'm sorry to dump this on you and then walk away, but you know, I gotta do some stuff today. Okay.
Sure. Okay. Thanks.
And he'll get up and head out. And that starts the scene as we see you and we hear thunder, thunder, Thundercats, ho!
It doesn't feel as good as he usually does.
Is it okay if I cut from you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Eric, where do we take up with you?
So I think we actually see the inside of Eric's house, and his dad's kind of stumbling down the hallway, kicks a bottle aside or something, and bangs on Eric's door. And he goes downstairs. Yeah, he's like, get up. We've got work to do. And he goes downstairs, and he's like sitting in the kitchen, and he looks out, he sees the garage, and the garage is kind of open already. And Eric's dad walks out there and looks, and Eric's like changing the oil in some truck, doing his chores, right? He's been up early, and, you know, he's like, hey, Dad, how's it going? You know, and he's trying to get everything done.
Good. What'd you do?
Nothing.
You're up awfully early.
Well, you know, there's a thing tonight at the school, and I'm going to be going with some friends. So I thought I'd get this stuff kind of banged out.
Are you going to dance? Is that what's going on?
Well, yeah, I'm going stag.
So, you know, I went to the dances when I was a kid. And then I usually spent the next couple of weeks in detention. Yeah, don't do that. Don't get in trouble. Don't, you know, smoke in the bathroom. Don't put liquor in the punch bowl. Don't go backstage and mess with the sound system. Don't break into the bio lab and steal all the frogs and put them in people's lockers. Don't do any of that stuff, okay?
Dad, I'm a good kid. I wouldn't do anything like that. Frogs in lockers. Great.
Okay, I'm going to go.
Okay.
And he will head out. There's probably a couple of looks back, like he's thinking, maybe should I? I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
His
He'll
mom
go
will take
in.
care of it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll go in and watch Thundercats and Transformers, drinking his beer. He has that generic beer that they sold at the grocery stores at that time.
It just says beer.
Just said beer. Big yellow cans, black label, says beer. By the way, everybody can restore all of their pools up to max because you guys have had it overnight to recover, okay? So let's swing back to Darlene. When we come back to you, where do we take up with you? Are you crossing paths with someone, or are we already at the school doing the decorations? What do you think?
I think that she's already there at the school. Like she's had her dad drop her off because he's going into the office anyway. And so, but the one thing is that she does take her ciphers with her. Okay. And she sort of stows those in case she needs them. Like after the weird thing at the mall, she's going, okay, everything seems really strange and like we keep getting into fights. So she wants to make sure she has those. And she also kind of sets up some of the decorations where there's like fringe and stuff in some of the places where there's like a shelf that's hidden so that when the other people come in, they can put their stuff there and hide it there if they need to.
Okay.
Can't really dance with anything bulky. So yeah, and she's got all of that set up. And then essentially she falls into, the reverie of making more paper flowers and just doing that sort of work. It's the only time she ever seems social and pleasant in some ways.
You will see that the staff are there, that there's clearly a meeting about the dance tonight and the chaperones and things like that. And you will notice that they actually have like a slightly portly security guard.
Oh, really?
Like an actual like off-duty cop who they're clearly having there because that will obviously be able to put a stop to any of the shenanigans that is going on. And he's got his, the paunch kind of goes over his gun belt, and he's kind of wandering around, ogling the teen girls as they're putting the decorations up and kind of wandering around.
So he's like something right out of a music video, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Officer DeVole.
DeVole, okay. She makes a note.
And it does look like they are taking some more precautions. Like there's some nervousness about this, given what's going on. Okay. Anything else you want to set up or do in that bit there? Who is picking you up
for this evening?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or are you all meeting here?
Oh, that's a good idea. I don't know. I suppose I would have called. I probably have to go get my quarters out and call around to find out how we're going to meet up. If we're going to meet up somewhere first or what.
Okay. Let me do a little bit from each other person, and then
Sure.
we'll do the sort of the community kind of call to figure out how you guys are going to meet up. Does that seem cool?
Sure. Seems
well,
good.
we do know that Sean is getting picked up, but other than that, so let's cut to you, Sophia. Your dad takes you to the mall.
Okay, and what is the mall like after last night?
They are cleaning up lots of places, and they're sweeping up. The coin show has been canceled. People have cleaned up that. There are a lot of stores that are kind of patched up. Your dad's like, "Whoa, what happened here?"
I heard there was a problem here last night. I think.
Gangs, right?
Yes. I think it was gangs. Some people came in and started trying to rob the show, and it got nasty from what I hear.
Good thing I got paid in advance then, huh?
Yeah. I'm having a look around. I'm trying to see if there's any people in black suits around. And
No, there's definitely some cops here. It's probably, what passes for, probably got a forensic team in from Dayton that's taking pictures and stuff. Very primitive. At least this end of the mall seems good. And he'll point over to the tuck shop that also has prom dresses and stuff. And he goes, let's go on in.
Okay. I'm keeping an eye out in case there's anyone I recognize. And
across from that, of course, as I mentioned last time, is the Orange Julius. And you'll hear, hey, Sophia.
Oh, hello. Tim, wasn't it?
It's Paul.
Oh, yes, of course it is.
This isn't on my badge.
Oh.
Right below it says assistant manager.
You've been promoted already.
No, it's just the only badge they had left. So anyway, you gotta go to get like a dress.
There's a school dance tonight, and a few of us are going.
Oh yeah. That's cool. I might be there. I'll be there.
Who are you going with?
I'm going to Stag.
I get that reference now. So you're not going with Darlene?
No.
Oh, I thought you were good friends with her. You work together.
You can work with people and not be friends with them.
Oh.
Learned that the hard way.
Oh, you're not friends with Darlene then?
Darlene's kind of a know-it-all. She's kind of a suck-up to the manager. She always gets the best shifts just because she's efficient and clean.
Darlene does a lot of hard work. Darlene is a good person. You should.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying. No. She's cool. She's cool.
Darlene is my friend.
Oh yeah.
I'll stamp my foot and turn around and take my dad's arm. Come on, let's go and have a look at these dresses.
And your dad will walk you on into the tuck shop to look at dresses, and he'll kind of sit, and he will say, he was hitting on you.
Yeah, I know, but I don't let people talk about my friends like that.
Fair enough. Plus, I don't remember having that much acne when I was a kid. Wow.
I think it's working there. The hot dogs are terrible. You should try and see if they want a local supplier.
I don't want to make hot dogs. Plus, that's a national chain thing. They do franchise things. Hey, when we're done, we'll get one of those pretzels from Hot Sam's.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Oh yeah, the guy get that mustard sauce you could put on it. Oh, I do like that. It's like garbage mustard. Like I have like real mustard. They've got like garbage mustard. I don't know what it is, but that just tastes great.
Sometimes you want a full cooked dinner, and sometimes you just want nachos.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll probably cut to a montage, classic 80s montage of you trying on different dresses, right?
Yeah.
We have a Howard Jones song playing in the background. Is that cool?
Okay, yes.
So it's a lot of jump cuts to me pulling the curtain back, and
we have a couple of random characters that will never appear again. They just kind of show, and they this, and then there's this, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And what is the final look, the final dress that you settle on?
I go for I go for a classic. I'm terrible at this. I don't know a lot about women's clothing, so
Did you say colors or
well, it's hot pink. Being the
Hot
80s,
pink.
it's real hot pink, but it's like a cocktail dress style thing.
okay,
Which
little
is about the only
froof on it?
Yeah, it's got a little lace courgette, silk courgette and the like, and
And you see when you come out, your dad's talking with the manager and things like that, and that's working out, and he says, yeah, and that's still okay. That seems fair, and we'll get that back on Monday. It's just a rental, and yeah. So how many people are going to be at this party? Okay, yeah, okay, all right, and clearly shakes hands as he makes a deal to cater this guy's party in exchange for the dress.
thank you. I'm going to go up to the manager and go, thank you for this. This means so much for me, and I'm going to spend an XP and activate my kind ability.
Okay. And what does that do?
I'm going to actually try. I'm going to lay it on heavy. Basically saying about how much this means to me and how this is going to be a big night for me. My kind ability, my karma ability. Sometimes strangers just help you out. You gain the aid of a stranger. You must pay an XP to the GM. The GM determines the nature of the aid you gain.
There is a woman standing there kind of chewing bubble gum, and she reaches over and starts touching your hair, and she's like, oh, honey, no. Come on, come with me.
Okay.
And she'll take you next door to the Emblazon Salon. And she's like, all right, with that dress, we've got to do it right. And there's a montage of the hair washing and, there's like rollers and then there's attachments and then there's blow drying and then there's working through and, and it's like multiple stages of this until they get you the perfect hair. And she'll show you some things on, okay, you're in autumn. So here's the makeup you're going to need for that, and gets that all set.
So I'm taking it's going to be a big 80s style.
Oh, absolutely.
And lots of volume
and it looks good. It does take you a bit because it is a little different balance between the shoes and the hair.
Brilliant. So I'm going to be running late to actually get into the dance.
Yes. Sean, anything else you want to do? Preparation, thinking?
Pretty guarded. I think Sean's he's just hoping that Yasmin shows up and thinking about that and trying to keep his mind off of what he's been told and not at all checking out old pictures of his uncle. Yep. Oh, he'll tell his mom, and then he's going to show up. So.
His mom. Oh, you're going to the dance?
Yep. Girl's going to pick me up, and she's really cute.
Girl's picking you up. Yep. They didn't do that in my day. Gentleman collar came to the door.
Gentleman collar. What are you? 300 years old?
You know what I mean. So what?
Did you have a dance card that got punched, Mom? It was on a little string. I read about that. That's weird. Her name's Lisa. She's really nice.
Okay, and what
I think it's mostly a friend thing, but
okay. But well, what are you wearing for the?
Hold on, and he'll run and bring out his brother's suit. I mostly fit in it. It works. I'll roll up the sleeves.
Hear the rolling of the sewing drawer, and the scissors come out and the thread and the needles, and she's like, "You get over here."
Okay, sure, but like this is not mine. We can't like permanently damage it.
Well, I bought that suit. If it's anybody's suit, that's my suit. Okay, I can Mom. Do what I want with it.
Okay. Cool. Let's do this.
And you have to stand on like a stool, and she does all that tuck-in thing and the measuring, and there's all of those needle pricks as she's,
suck it up. I'm tough. I can do this.
And she will work it and get so it fits. It's still a big suit, but it doesn't look half as clumsy now.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, Mom. This looks pretty fly.
Is that what the kids are saying?
That's exactly what they're saying.
Okay. Don't know what that means, but I'll take it.
It means good.
Yeah, and it looks sharp.
Thanks, Mom.
And she does seem like having and being able to do that certainly seemed to brighten her mood.
Sweet.
I'm going to cut from you over to Eric. Eric, you got you get done with your chores. Now it's a question of, do you want to prep? Do you want to go get some M80s? Do you want to get a couple of cherry bombs? Do you want to try and buy some illicit liquor? What do you want to do?
So I think what you see is this montage of Eric, and like he finishes up his chores and then he showers, right? And he's scrubbing to get all the grease off and all that kind of stuff. And then you see him putting on eyeliner, real carefully, and frizzing his hair just all over the place. And he puts on this bandana and ties it in the back. And then he's, the clothes that he's going to wear is he puts on this, like a Rebel Without a Cause t-shirt and then jeans. The jeans are all ripped up. He ties a bandana around his legs. So it's this whole montage of him getting really, really spiffed up for the dance.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's right.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, so we get the whole eye of the tiger thing. And there is a bit, probably during the middle of it, you see your dad kind of walks by, sees you do that, dun, dun, and the music will stop. And your dad just looks at you, shakes his head, keeps walking.
That's right.
And then the music starts again, dun, dun, dun.
And he goes back to putting on the eye makeup.
Yeah, you get yourself set. So tell me, we don't have to do all the time, but what do you imagine is the arrangement for all of you going to the dance? We know that Sean is getting picked up. Is the idea that you are all going to meet there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think Eric's going to borrow a station wagon from his dad and drive over there. He's probably going to park it, not in the normal parking lot, like across the football field, so he can make this walk across the football field to go in.
Okay. Plus, when things break out, probably won't get that station wagon destroyed.
Well, he's actually thinking more along the lines of it might be easier to slip off with a girl back to the station wagon that way.
Yeah, I see. Thinking ahead there. All right. So we will cut to essentially the arrivals, the pickups, all of that kind of thing. Does that seem fair? Where we know that Darlene, you're there. Dave Ellis is there. He's got a corsage for you.
Awesome. So yeah, and it's kind of hard for him because actually she ended up with bolero. That's one of those like tapestry fabric. So it's like kind of really dense actually. And so trying to get the pin through that is more than a little bit difficult.
Okay, you might have to do this.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Oh, here, you don't have to put it all the way through.
Okay.
And she just runs it across the top threads and puts it on there. Does that look okay?
Oh, yeah. It looks great.
It's a lovely corsage.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
All right. I guess we'll wait for everybody.
Yeah.
Cue 15 minutes of awkward silence.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to do this in a very, very particular order because I know that we're going to have Sophia come in late. So we'll have that. So we'll cut to the honking of the horn out front, Sean.
Cool. Yeah, I look around and I'll give Mom a hug and I check the hem and this looks really good. This is great.
Wait. Okay, stand still. Hang on, the flash has to charge. Okay, little lights on.
Great. I'm gonna like almost runs into the door. Gonna go now.
Okay.
Hope she looks nice because I'm gonna tell her that because I can't tell because I can't see, but that's fine.
And you'll kind of rush out, trying to get out of the house fast. Got like a little Toyota Corolla that she's driving, and you'll open the door and kind of bundle in. And as you sit down, you see she's staring at you, and you kind of look at her, and you realize that she has the glow around her of a prodigy.
And hello, you look great.
You look good too. Starts the car, doesn't say anything.
Wait, she's driving? It's just us?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. You look different.
What do you mean?
You do you have a mask?
Do we have to fight now?
No. Why would we have to fight? I really like my mask. I don't need anything else.
You better not tell anyone.
Are you like a villain or something? Is that why we're going to fight?
Not a villain per se.
Were you at the mall yesterday?
She nearly like rear ends a car. Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, gee. Which one are you?
And you see her pull up, and you see her three. She's going to pick up her three friends.
No.
They all have the glow around them.
Oh, this is so terrible. I should go. I think.
No, there is no way that you are standing me up. If you want to have a super battle, that'll be the super battle we're having. You're going to stay there. You're going to put your seatbelt on, and we're going to go to the dance. We're going to pretend like none of this happened, and you're going to dance with me, and everybody's going to see me dance with me. It's all going to be good. You're not ruining my night.
I'm gonna dance with Yasmin then, and you're just gonna live with it.
After you dance with me, you can do whatever
fine.
you want.
Fine. And if you do something bad, Bulldog's gonna stomp you.
Oh, of course, you're Bulldog. Throw me through the front of JCPenney for LS Airs. Couldn't get the perfume off of me. Went right to the counter.
Look, you guys were stealing stuff.
Just the thing. Just a thing. And her friends all pile in the back, and they get like real quiet while they're listening to this. Like they don't say a word.
I'm Bulldog, but we're not fighting. You better not want to fight because I'll tear this car up.
And they don't say anything, but it's a very awkward 10-minute drive from your house to the school.
I'm like trying to find like some rap music or something on the radio. Anything.
She probably has all like the presets that are, the Christian rock radio station and all of that.
So you remind me, who was it? Which of the characters did Bulldog throw into JCPenney?
That was, and if I look at the NPC thing, that was the leader, Queen Bee.
Oh my goodness. Queen Bee's really hot. Okay.
So let's cut to Eric. Eric, people are starting to roll into the dance. You've parked a ways away. You kind of come wandering up, right?
Yeah, so I think that I kind of try and time this. I might even sit in my car listening to music for a little bit, um, waiting for it to get dusk. So as the sun goes down, I cross the football field by myself, just strutting across. So I've timed all this out. Yeah.
Okay. Got the little sunset behind you. And you'll come in, and there's probably all these reaction shots of kids going when they see you there, because of the hair and stuff. And you see one of, like, the coach goes, "Tankard!"
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And I think that's the way Eric imagines it. In reality, it's probably like, some of the kids are like, who's that dork?
But you will come in, and you will see, of course, you'll see Darlene over there with Dave. You saw probably Lisa pulling up, but you went in because you had your whole thing planned out. But you will see Linda is there in what looks like an approximation of a Madonna sort of outfit from Suddenly Seeking Susan. Kind of doing that real super casual kind of jacket, and stuff like that, and her hair up with the little scarf tied up, so it's kind of coming off to the side there, and she'll look at you and kind of give you the nod.
And he'll kind of nod back and eye her as he walks over to Darlene.
She goes, eyes narrow as she watches you go over there, and Alice is like, "Oh, hey, Eric. That's quite an outfit."
Thank you. So's yours.
Thanks. Yeah. It's a rental. More awkward silence, and then Sean comes in with Lisa on his arm, and the two of you will see that glow, that halo around them. And when Lisa sees Darlene, she goes, "Oh, you have got to be kidding me. She has a mask? Of course she has a mask."
She totally kicked your butt.
First song starts. Come and get you.
Okay.
She hops up. "Come on, girls." And they head to the bathroom.
I'm running to my teammates.
Okay. And so more people arrive. You will see that Jasmine does show up. She's kind of put something together. We have the sense that her parents were super occupied with her brothers, and so she just had to kind of assemble something out of what she had, and she didn't get a lot of stuff when she moved, so it's kind of a little. She does the best she can, but she'll kind of come over. She kind of awkwardly go, "Hey, everybody. Hey, guys."
Hey. And she sort of goes, did you hear about what happened at the mall last night?
Yeah, it was like a fight there with some supers and things, right?
Yeah. And she goes, and they're from our school.
And she goes, "Yeah, that's," and you see her look past your shoulder, Darlene.
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of staring at the big, entryway where the kids are coming in. And she'll go, "Is that Sophia?"
What? Turn around.
And Sophia, tell me about your entrance.
Sophia steps up to the doorway, and basically stops in the doorway. This is total night and day to how she's been the entire time. Up until this point, you've only seen her as very mousy, someone who doesn't coordinate well. Her clothing isn't particularly well put together. It's never the latest fashions, and it looks like she stepped straight off the set from a music video. As she steps in, there's a little bit of backlighting that catches coming through her hair, and she's even carrying herself a little bit different. She doesn't seems like she's gaining confidence from the clothing in this bright hot pink cocktail dress that she's wearing, and heels, and she's having a bit of trouble with the heels because she doesn't normally wear them, but yeah, she's not stumbling and she's not bumping into things like she normally would.
And you can walk up to the rest of your group, and you see that Jasmine, her mouth is agape. Like,
she'll blush through the makeup. Hi.
Woo!
And this brings on a bigger blush. I got lucky.
Yeah, you did. You can tell me all about it. I'll grab her arm and Jasmine's, because we have to go and talk about how Sophia did this.
And the girls will head off, leaving you two and Dave, Alice there standing together.
And I think there's like an awkward silence. And then Eric kind of goes, "Chaps," and he wanders over to where Linda is.
Okay. Yeah. And then Dave will look at you. Lisa looks nice.
Yep. And then she left, surprising no one. I'm gonna go stand against the bleachers.
Okay, I'll stay here then.
Cool, hold down that spot.
Okay. And you guys will kind of get set up. The girls go off, stuff like, kind of do that. And Sean, as you wander over, there's the kids and the thing and people wandering, and somewhere on that dance floor, you will get the glint of a memento. And then a second one in another place. And that's where we'll take our 5-minute break, and we'll come back to do the dance.
You're muted, Lowell.
Sorry, talking to myself.
I'm sorry if there's an alarm noise in the background. My Romanian neighbours decided to have a barbecue and left the front door open. So all the smoke's going into their house and setting off all the fire alarms there.
Oh. Yeah, we've got super sensitive smoke alarms here, so I know that pain and that noise carrying. I'll have to click here to do that.
I'm amazed by them. They're wonderful neighbours, but they go out and have barbecues when it's something like -6 outside.
Ugh.
They had a barbecue in the snow a few weeks ago, which was interesting to watch.
If you like barbecue. Some people will go to any lengths. So what I'm going to do is I want to take up with Sean's reaction, and then I want to cut to Darlene and Sophia and Jasmine, and then I want to check in with Eric if those things happen. So Sean, you've seen kind of that glow of these two mementos kind of wandering in and amongst, and it's crowded, and of course it's dimly lit, and everything's got hot pink lighting and stuff, you know, and the music's playing. Don't you forget about me, you know. And so what do you do?
Just head check. So Darlene and Sophia walked away.
Yeah, they've kind of like gone into a hall to go and girl chat.
To do girl
Eric's
chat.
over talking to some of the pine cones.
Very quickly walking to Eric. No, I'm not running.
Okay.
Not
So-
that would be dorky.
Eric is trying to talk to Linda. You're very pretty tonight.
Thanks. You look pretty sweet too.
So, I wish they played real music here.
Yeah, this stuff is garbage.
Yeah, I hate school.
She kind of moves a little bit closer to you, so and then suddenly Sean's there.
Eric, man, I need to talk to you, man. Hey, Linda, listen, dude, and grab him by the arm and start pulling him away.
I think Eric kind of looks over his shoulder at Linda as Sean drags him off and is like, yeah, just makes a face at her.
Okay.
And then he's like, dude.
Dude, I know, right? Look.
He goes, she's pretty. I mean, what did you do? Yeah.
Linda?
And then he
Oh,
looks
well, she's
around
bad.
and sees-
It's fine. Lisa's bad. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll beat her up later. Listen, we got to get these away from them because you know that as soon as they see him, they're going to snag him.
And Eric looks around and sees the mementos. And they're kind of moving around. Are they, can we get enough of a glimpse to see if they're on people?
So I'm going to have you make an intellect test to kind of push through an ID who has these. Just a difficulty 4.
So Eric will look closely, and I think he's going to go ahead and spend. Make that a difficulty 3.
Okay.
I'll roll and see what that looks like. I got a 17.
Okay.
That does not look good. No, it does. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
High is good. So you will see that as before, you'll see that Arnold Desdero is there, and he clearly has his memento or whatnot with him. He doesn't have the prodigy glow, but he does have the glow of items there. And you remember that when he was confronted about this by your good friend who is grounded, not allowed to go to the dance, that he kind of freaked out.
Okay. I think what we need to do. So I turn to Sean and I say, "Hey, I think it's Arnold. Arnold has one of them, and we need to get one of the girls to dance with him and get a hold of it." So where
Okay.
where are the girls?
They went off to do girl stuff, talking.
I think Eric grabs Sean's arm and traits him towards where heads off towards where the girls went. This is the girl-
Even as you see Lisa and her cadre come back in from the bathroom, Sean, and they begin to survey the dance floor.
Dude, I have to I agreed to do a dance. So can you find the girls and I'll be right with you.
I think Eric throws a little hissy, "Oh, whatever," and he heads off to find the girls.
Okay. And they're looking around and trying to intercept them before they can spot
Mementos or anything like that, yeah.
So you glide up to Lisa. Oh. Shall we dance?
So we agreed to.
That's what we agreed to. And the other three are they've got their arms crossed, and they go and stand at the wall,
I stop and I'm like, well, they could dance with us too, right? It could be a friends thing.
No, this is my time.
Well, Darlene's not even here. She went
What?
off to the corner. She's not even going to see it. So do you want to just dance as friends and then you and I will pair off when she shows up again?
But it's not like that, but yes.
Listen, I know. I seized on the opportunity. You want Darlene to be jealous. I don't know why you agreed to go with me, but that's fine. And I kind of liked Darlene before Jasmine, but now there's Jasmine, so I'm cool with whatever you want to do vis-a-vis Darlene. It's cool. I know. It's obvious. You're kind of obvious.
See her go, and even though she's here just to, kind of do that, telling her that you like these other girls in front of her, there's still that bit where she's like, I'm not going to have a fight. Not going to have a fight here in the middle of this. And you will go to dance. Sean, I think that dancing for a high schooler is a difficulty 3 challenge for speed.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So here's what I do. I go, okay, cool, awesome. And I reach into my sock and I pull out some Big League Chew.
Oh no! And yeah, you'll chew on that, and suddenly you kind of feel spry and awesome. So do you want to spend from your speed there?
Yeah, so I didn't actually. I got so excited about talking about Big League Chew, I didn't write down the stats. So
for 1 hour, your speed edge on Sean will be increased by 1.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so I will. I've got difficulty 3.
Spend 2 points from your speed then, and get it down to a difficulty 2.
Okay, I'll do that.
And then let's see you roll. You just need a 6 or better to look awesome.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Imagining Herbie Hancock. Imagining Herbie Hancock. Maybe a little Michael Jackson. Here we go. That's an 18. Oh my god.
Oh, Sean, you look good. Like this Big League Chew. You don't think it's a speed thing. You think it's a dance training thing. Like you're doing the full on thing. Like people are watching you dance.
Nice.
Like that. You kind of you get with it. People are watching. Some other people trying to dance along with you. And you're kind of the center of attention. And you see the trio are like, their jaws are open there, so they're completely focused on you, and they are not spotting the mementos.
Sweet. That was the plan all along.
So we're going to cut over to Darlene and Sophia. We'll do a little bit of that, and Jasmine before Eric shows up. So we didn't have a chance to see what you look like there, Darlene. What does your final outfit look like?
Okay, so essentially what it is one of the things that's been big style then is like real satiny blouses. So she has a sort of shiny high collar white blouse. She has a set of white pearls, like everything's very white. So she has very white pearls that are like around the collar to hold the collar in place, even though it's high. She has a black bolero jacket. She has a pleated black satin skirt that goes to just above her knees because that's the fashion. And then, of course, she has black flats but the thing that's super striking is she has this sort of super wide belt that goes around. And it's like, yeah, it's like this way. It's almost like a corset in some ways. And it goes around and it has this sort of intricate satin, the paisley is sort of raised up. So it's a difference between shiny and shinier with the pink paisley. And that's like all the pink that she's wearing, but it's like very, very striking. And of course, she has her curly perm and she has this cute little black beret on. So that's what she looks like. But the important thing here is that Sophia looks amazing. So she's brought her over and she's like, Sophia, you look amazing. Who is it that you want to be dancing with?
I just wanted to be here. I mean, I
now you look like a girl with goals.
I keep.
Jasmine, you look great.
Yeah.
She goes, no, hang on, and she'll kind of pull out like from her side purse a little bit of like blush, and she goes, hang on, just can I?
Please, yes.
She'll just kind of do a little bit on your makeup there. She'll kind of stand back with Darlene. What do you think?
I think that's really good. And she kind of goes, yeah, it makes all the difference. And she goes, wait, here. And she'll drag you over to like the trophy case and she'll sort of like lean over so you can see you can pick up your reflection if you look at it from a certain angle. She goes, look.
Oh, God. Is that really me?
It is really you.
Absolutely.
God, everyone's going to be looking at me tonight.
That's right. Let's go back in.
Absolutely. Yeah. We got your back.
I'll hook my arms in each of them. Oh, one moment. I've got to go to my locker and I'll take my purse with my mask in it.
Oh, and she goes, oh, no, I made a place for us to put stuff. I'll show you. It's over by the music, the player. We can hide things there.
Can anyone else get to it? I don't want anyone else to get into
what's They don't know it exists. Oh, you mean the glow? Oh, I didn't think about that. I don't think a locker is going to stop anyone, though.
But they won't have the key.
Jasmine says, I think they could probably pull a locker door off. Is it bad?
And it looks like this hasn't occurred to her. Oh.
But we should, and it's at that point that Eric comes does a slide out into the hall, from all of those films. And you'll see the three young women with their arms locked.
So I think it's that slide as he kind of comes around the corner and he's kind of awkwardly kind of spinning out as he tries to run in their direction with his arms kind of pinwheeling and, comes up and says, there's some trouble. Arnold has a memento on the floor and the girls who've been stealing mementos are out there dancing with Sean. So we need to get the thing from Arnold. So I think you need to dance with him. And I look at the three of them. And I think I stop on Sophia and I'm like, Sophia, you need to go dance with Arnold and get his memento. Before the other girls do.
At this point, the confidence she has seems to shatter. But she'll look to the two girls either side.
Jasmine's nodding.
Yeah, and I think Darlene goes, well, Arnold is kind of cute.
And Eric says, don't worry about it. I'll dance you out there close to him, and then we'll split up.
Nice.
Okay. I'll take my hand. I'll put my hand out to him.
And I'll take the hand and kind of look at it kind of awkwardly, and then walk out towards the dance thing. Yeah.
And those two will go out on the dance floor, and Jasmine goes, "This is going to go wrong, isn't it?"
It's going to go terribly wrong. We better get in there.
Okay. And when you come in, you will see that everybody's staring at Sean. And they've done that kind of circle that you'll only see in movies at dances, where they're dancing in the center. And Lisa's trying to keep up with him, and everybody's like, "Yeah, yeah," and they're kind of cheering and sort of drawing the attention there. Eric, you want to dance Sophia up over close to Arnold?
Yes.
Okay. So, Sophia, what's your reaction to that?
I'm gonna stumble along. My idea of dancing is obviously totally different from Eric's, so we're totally not in sync in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, he goes one way. We keep on bumping into each other as he goes to do a move, or I accidentally step on his foot with the heels on, and because now that everyone can look at her, she's back to being the stumbling, clumsy old self somewhat.
And you will see, of course, the trio against the wall. They're also watching Queen Bee and Lisa and Sean in the middle. Arnold's kind of at the periphery doing this thing, white boy standing, dancing. Are you going to try and seduce him? Cut in? How are you going to do this? Ask him to dance?
I'm going to come up behind him and go, "Hey, Arnold."
Turn around. Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Sophia?
Yes. Well, would you like to dance? And she blushes as she says this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Do we do what is it, or do we just do?
I'll take his hands and pull him out into the dance floor, the other end from where the people are watching.
Okay, so you've got Arnold. You've got him occupied. We'll come back to any kind of test to get memento away from him. We'll come back to that. Sean's in the center doing his thing. Eric, you've brought them in. What do you do, Darlene?
Well, I think the one thing is that I'm really clear to like applaud Sean, and I'm like, "Go, Sean!" And then I'm laughing because this is awesome. I'll turn around to find David, David Ellis, and pull him onto the dance floor. We don't have to be very good because no one's watching us, so we can just dance. She's like completely just laughing at this whole thing.
All right, and it is awesome, and all that noise going on. Eric, what are you doing? Everybody else is dancing now.
So I think Eric, kind of did what he was going to do. He kind of gets Sophia close, spins her off. She heads off with Arnold to dance, and Eric kind of stands there for a second, looks around, looking at everybody, and then kind of steps back up, kind of maybe against the bleachers or something. Where are the trio of girls? Are they up in the crowd? Or they?
No, they're standing at the side. They're watching the Lisa and her partner.
So I'll kind of step in between them and Arnold and Sophia.
Okay, so you kind of try to block that. That sounds cool. Let me check in with Sean, and then I'm going to come to Sophia. So you're dancing, and boy, this is great. Not a lot of attention on you. You don't dig it. And then you'll see Darlene, out of the corner of your eye with Dave, and you're dancing with Lisa, and you will see Yasmin kind of standing at the edge of the crowd, not dancing with anybody. What do you do?
Cool. I say, hey, Lisa, Darlene's here. Come on, pour it on.
Okay, and she tries in her best high school girl, try to make a boy jealous dance thing there, and doing that, trying to draw Darlene's attention, and Darlene doesn't rise to the bait. But she'll stomp off the dance floor.
Oh, failure. Okay, I'm heading over to Jasmine.
Okay.
Yasmin.
She's got her hands in her pockets. Hey,
you look great. Let's dance.
What? Really?
Yes.
You don't want to dance with Darlene or Sophia?
I'd rather dance with you.
Blush. Puts her hand out there. Let's come to Sophia and Arnold there.
Okay, so we dance away, and the song ends, and I'll step up to him. Would you like to grab a drink?
Sure, they've got punch. It's just high C and Kool-Aid kind of thing, and then they put ginger ale in it. As a song, put ginger ale in it, so it's kind of bubbly.
Ginger ale sounds good. I like bubbles.
And he'll come over with you over to the thing to get the drinks.
And are you okay? You seem a bit nervous.
Oh, it's just and he kind of looks back on the dance floor like he's clearly looking for someone. Yeah.
What's up?
Well, Steve Yarborough's out there, and just a little nervous that he might push me around.
Why? Has he been bullying you?
Yeah. But if he does, it'll be okay. Oh, I got this.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder. Don't worry. You got friends here.
Okay. Ginger ale.
Oh, very bubbly.
So what do you want to do here? Oh yes, you get your is that the Blindheim?
Bundaberg.
Bundaberg.
Australia's best.
Yeah. Actually, I just saw Bundaberg root beer, which I hadn't seen around here before.
Yeah, it's just it's in the shop over the road from me now. First time I've seen it this week as well. Anyway, I'm gonna grab him. Should I go outside and talk?
So you want to try and kind of convince him to kind of walk and maybe get away so you have a moment with him? Does that seem reasonable?
That's right, yes.
Okay. Kind of doesn't want to go out, kind of wants to stay in here. But so I'm going to say difficulty 4, but your dress is an asset.
Okay.
That'll take it down to a difficulty 3.
Okay. And I have pleasant social interactions trained.
That'll go down to a 2.
Okay. And I don't have any edges, so this is going to be intellect, I'm guessing.
Yes, it is.
So I'll spend 3 from there.
Difficulty is 1. So all that you need.
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it.
3 or better. Laser flip. Sorry, Sophia.
There we go. Apparently, my role for your party is just timed out. Give me.
Oh
2
yeah,
seconds.
there's a little thing you have to click on in the text up there at the top, and I'll get back to it.
Okay, here we go, and you have to say it.
Yes.
You have to say it, didn't you?
Now, I do want to point out that you have.
I will spend an XP to
metric
actually
ton
reroll.
of experience points to spend. So
this is why I was saving them. My dice rolls have been terrible.
Okay,
that's a 5.
It's a 5. It's not great, and it takes a bit, but you will start to head outside, and kind of moving him out, out into the hall and so on. Darlene,
Yes.
You're kind of keeping an eye on Sophia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see that she convinces Arnold to go out into the hall, and you will see this guy, football player, Steve Yarborough, kind of steps off, kind of eyeing them, and maybe like starts to go to follow with that memento that he's carrying.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's he carrying it at?
Like inside his pocket of his jacket.
Huh. Can I catch Sean's eye? Or not Sean's eye, Eric's eye.
Okay.
So
Eric's off to the side, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll kind of go and I'll do the, chin point towards Yarborough, and I will ask David to go get me some punch. And
yeah, sure. Oh,
okay.
Kind of warm in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back, okay?
Oh.
And then I'll start following Stephen.
Okay. Eric, she does the chin wag. You will see Steve Yarborough. You see finally the glow of that second memento, and he is heading off. And you will see this trio of the girls also see him move off. What do you want to do?
Is Steve Yarborough the bully at the very beginning that was beating up?
Yep.
Okay.
The guy you got in the face of.
That's right. So I'm going to immediately head in his direction. I'm gonna eye the three girls. Basically, as I'm headed off with Darlene, I'm gonna turn around and look at them and give them kind of a hate glare.
Okay. Kind of trying to maybe intimidate them a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. There are three of them.
Yeah.
They see your glow. They've got a glow. They're together. So I think the difficulty to intimidate them is a 4.
Okay. And this is an intellect test?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So if I spend any more intellect, I'll go down in status or whatever that means.
Yep. But you do have I'll waste you, right?
I do have I'll waste you, which is I can escalate a threat to an art form. So I'll use that. So I think the difficulty's a 3.
Tell me how what it is that sort of escalates that.
I think this is the typical 80s bravado where I take my jean jacket or my coat or something and I kind of flip it open and kind of, do that whole threat thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Me, bro.
All right. So you escalate. Escalating means that, of course, if things go bad, they go very bad.
That's right.
You need a 9.
Yes. I rolled a 19.
Okay. So they're like, because they don't know kind of what's going on. They just put these masks on yesterday. They see you with the glow, and they're not sure exactly, and they kind of will kind of scoot off, away. And Lisa comes over to them, and you are heading over towards Yarborough. So let me ask you this: do you two want to try and intercept him before he leaves the gym?
I would say just after. Is that right?
Just after. Yeah, I'm completely in sync with you.
All right. So let me cut to Sean. You're dancing with Yasmin. You already rolled that 18. That goes for all your dancing tonight. Sweet. So you are on.
John at this point has lost himself on the mission and the mementos and all of that. He is just having a really good time with this girl who's like as nerdy as him and super pretty.
And she's dancing, and you saw that she was maybe a little bit kind of down because her outfit wasn't as nice. But now she's able to dance at the center of attention, and we get that whole montage of the two of you dancing together. And, we probably cut out to the hallway, and maybe there's cutbacks to you throughout this here on the show. So down by the trophy case, you, Sophia, and Arnold, What do you say to him?
Arnold, I know that you've got something very special on you. I'm not gonna. Other people here may try to, but I'm not gonna try and take it off you. It's yours. But you need to be aware that there are people here that may try to hurt you to get it.
Let me have you make a difficulty 5 intellect test here. See him kind of react. He knows what you're talking about. You see him kind of clutch at his thing. And it's almost like he's talking to someone in his head.
Before we do that, Lowell.
Yes.
I've got a little folded picture, and I've got a picture that's been folded up small in my hand. I'm going to tear a little bit of it, and I'm going to tap him on the shoulder.
Okay. Got that for 1 minute.
Arnold, what is it you have there?
I made a mask. It talks to me. It tells me that I need to put it on, and then I can take care of everyone. I can fix everything. It wants me to do that right now. It's telling me that you're dangerous and that I need to put the mask on now before anything more happens. And he'll kind of see Steve Yarborough, and that, Steve, I need to do this so I can take care of Steve now. That's what I need to do. Mr. Monster says I need to put the mask on.
You don't need to put the mask on. You've got friends here. We'll help you.
Difficulty 5.
Okay. I take it the dress doesn't count as an asset in this case.
No, but I do think your pleasant social interactions will.
Okay, so that'll take it down to 12.
Yep.
I will spend another 3.
Okay.
To drop it down to 9. And try and find the dice roller again. 16.
16. And you see him kind of pulling out this mask, this monster mask that has been painted and colored and so on. It's not a memento he has. It's a mask. And he hasn't put it on yet. Hasn't convinced him to put it on. And it is roiling with malice.
Okay. I'm gonna put my hand on his hand as he gently on his hand as he goes to draw it.
And I'm gonna cut from you to Steve Yarborough coming out into the hallway. He sees that goddamn Arnold talking with the pretty girl, and he's gonna go in the hallway. He's gonna go and mess him up, and he's got just the thing to do it. And Darlene, Eric.
So as we're walking out the towards the exit, that's right by where the music setup is, and Darlene sort of leans over and she grabs that rotary phone thing. She walks out into the hallway, and she kind of drops the headset on the hall floor. It makes a lot of noise, and she steps on it to crack it to get Steve to turn around.
Okay. And he does. I mean, he can't help himself. That Cypher breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the actual effect of it?
It says that when it's broken, it can sound completely convincing in a non-prodigy.
Okay.
And it reduces the interaction roll by 2 things. And
so yeah, he turns around and he's like, sees you and Eric, and he's like, what's going on? What do you two want?
And said, well, the thing is you've got something and it's super dangerous. Remember that thing that happened, the other day on Friday or Thursday or whatever? So she'll go, yeah, that guy was collecting those things and he's like hurt a bunch of people. There's 2 kids in the hospital because of this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. And she'll kind of walk right up to him because she can see it, and she'll pull his jacket open.
Okay.
And she goes, She goes, they can see these things.
And you can see that he has a mask tucked in there.
She goes, oh.
I'm going to need you to make a difficulty 5 intellect challenge.
Okay.
Social.
All right.
You've got 2 shifts
Two
from
shifts.
the device.
All
The
right.
Cypher is pushing it down. Eric's kind of backing you up.
Okay. So that's my 2 shifts down, so it's to 3.
2 to 3.
Okay, and I will spend points on social. So I can get it down to 2. That's about as good as I can get it.
Okay.
So I'll try a roll.
All right.
Okay, here we go. 11.
So yeah, it's mostly the Cypher that kind of convinces him like this is dangerous,
Right.
and like maybe he's hearing it talking to him in his head, like it's telling him, put me on, you can tell that he's getting that pressure. And if you want, you can take it.
And I will, and I'll take it and I'll say, I know how we can get rid of these things so no one gets hurt. She goes, and she sort of stops and goes, these things are dangerous.
Boom! The lights go out.
All right.
And you'll hear in the hallway, bravo. Lights go out in the gymnasium. You're standing there. Everyone kind of comes to a stop, Sean. And you will see the light, like a spotlight, comes down onto the stage. And there is a woman standing there. And I'm going to put her picture up in the thing. And she's standing there. You also see behind her is that tattooed guy. And she says, all right, it's time to collect everything from everyone. And as the lights come up, Sean, you'll see there are a bunch of adults in here, right? You can see that they have changed. And I'll show you what they look like here. Like, here's what the security guard looks like in the NPC thing. And here's what just one of the teachers looks like. And you can see that all of the adults, all the teachers, all the chaperones, everyone who's not a teenager who's in here has darkened and turned shadowy and strange.
This is awesome.
Yasmin's like, I don't know if it's awesome, but maybe a little awesome. All right. So what we're going to do, this is all kind of happening simultaneously. This all goes down. Let me set where everybody's at. Right now, down by the trophy room, trophy case, we've got Sophia and Arnold, and you've got control of his mask. You have it so that he can't, put it on right now. And we've got then Eric and Darlene, and you've got Steve Yarborough, and you've got a hold of his mask there. Okay. And then in the gym, we've got the trio and Queen Bee. We've got all of these kids. We've got all of these shadowy, transformed adults. And we've got this woman and the tattooed guy on stage. So right now, I need you all to make initiative rolls to see if you go before or after the bad guys. The difficulty is a 5.
And this is a speed? I can't remember.
This is a speed test.
Cool. So I still have the benefit. Well, that just gave me a pool
Yes.
to spin, so I'm okay.
Yeah. It gives you the edge. So it'll if you spend, you can do that.
And this is a test as a teenager.
This is a test as a teenager. When you put your mask on, I will let you retest. But right now, it's a difficulty 5.
Okay, I failed.
Yeah, I'm going to
Okay.
spin one. I'm going to spin one pool or 2 pool to take it down to a 4.
Okay.
And I failed terribly.
Okay. And then Sophia and Sean. What'd you get, Eric?
I failed.
Failed.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. What did you get, Darlene? You muted.
I got a 3. I failed as well.
Okay. So, the lights come up in the hall in the gym there, and I mean that's freaky because it went out for just a second, and suddenly it comes back up, and all the teachers and stuff are transformed, and they start running. Like half of them run at the trio and Queen Bee. And the other half of these shadowy figures are running, pushing the crowd aside to get at you and Yasmin in the center. So essentially, to avoid their grabbing you up, Sean, is going to be a speed test. Difficulty 4.
Oof.
Now, what kind of assets do you have? And you can do environmental or whatever.
Can I just let them come up on me but focus on putting my mask on?
Oh yeah. So we'll say that's an asset for trading it off. Like take it down to a difficulty 3.
Okay.
And if you want to apply effort, we can take that down to difficulty 2.
Okay, I'll spend my last 2 points out of my pool from speed to do that.
All right.
I roll a 3, but hold on.
Yep.
I have XP saved for this occasion, so
Yeah,
I'll be
you do.
spending that. It's a 6.
Oh,
Crap.
just barely. I'm going to say they grab onto you, but you get it so you can go your mask. But you will see they drag Yasmin away. And you hear her screaming as they're grabbing her and pulling her away there. And you'll also then see the guy with the tattoos he says to the woman, "It's that one. He's mine." And he will leap into the crowd essentially to get up close to you as his action there. In the hallway, for the 3 of you who are out there, essentially there are adults, and these shadow figures are coming to swarm to grab you and keep you from putting on your masks right now. So let's start with Darlene.
Okay. So I still have that convincing up, and I turn to Steve and I go, you have to get people out of here. They're going to be coming after some of us. Get the rest out of this place. You can do it. I say, you're a hero.
Okay. That's a cool asset. Okay.
And essentially, I will struggle to get my mask on as well.
Okay. So right now, like Dig Dug, are you don't mind if you get held, but you want to be able to get the mask on?
No, I don't want to get held. So I guess I will have to do whatever I need to.
Difficulty 4 speed test.
Okay, and it's my teen self.
Yes, it is.
So I will spend 3 to bring it down to thing. If only I could do math. Okay, and I'm going to roll, please.
I will point out to you, by the way, that you have 3 not filled in teen skills.
Okay. How about let's see here. Track. There. How about that?
All right. Track and field. All right. So let's take it down to a 2. You just need a 6 or better. Almost no chance that you could fail.
2. I failed. Awesome. So I guess I'll spend an XP.
Yes. Spend it all.
All right. Sure. Whatever. I rolled a 3. I guess I'm just getting caught today.
Okay.
All right, that sucks.
So, they will get you down.
All right.
I'm going to say that they get Yarborough's mask away from you.
Okay.
And you see one of them, when they get Yarborough's mask away from you, they swallow it. And it just kind of slides like suck it in like a vacuum into their mouths, one of these darkened figures. Mm-hmm. And you see Yarborough go and just fall over.
He hadn't even worn it. I kind of look at it and I'm thinking that both I and Babylon Pie are like, oh no, like screaming at this point.
Eric, let's come to you. These things are rushing you.
Yeah, so I see all of this go down, right, with the mask swallowing stuff.
Yeah,
and
they're going to try and grab you.
I put my mask on first.
Okay, so are you less worried about getting grabbed and more worried about getting the mask on?
I am now more worried about getting the mask on.
Okay, so if you're just focusing on getting the mask on, they are going to grab you, sure. But it'll be a difficulty 3 test to see if you can get the mask on, or they keep you from doing it. Speed.
And I will spend to lower that. And I'm going to roll. So it's a difficulty 2 now.
Difficulty 2.
And I rolled a 4. So I'll spend the 1 XP that I have.
Yes.
And roll again. And I rolled a 17.
Okay. So you are struggling so that when we come to your action, you can get your mask on. That brings us to Sophia.
Okay, they're coming for both of us, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Okay. I'm gonna move Arnold behind me.
Okay. And they're gonna swarm over you.
And I'm reaching into my purse, and I'm gonna let them swarm over me and basically cover me. And while I'm on the ground, I'm gonna basically try and put the mask on.
That is a difficulty 3 test then. Speed with your teen self.
I will spend points to bring that down to difficulty 2.
Difficulty 2.
And then fail the roll.
Yes.
Let me. That's just a prediction. I haven't actually failed it yet. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, you got me all excited there.
No, I get it.
So you are knocked to the ground, kind of getting it so you can do that. Then we are going to. That's that. We go to your actions. Sean, you get your mask on.
Yes, I do. Yasmin has been pulled away, which means I am free to wreak havoc, and Bulldog is going to bust out on these
Okay.
suckers.
There's a big group of these shadow figures. I should probably, for anyone watching at home, so they can see some of these things, I'll do a real quick screen share.
Yeah, it's well worth it. Those pictures are...
So we've got the woman who's up on stage, and we've got what the shadowy figures look like. Of course, to remind you what Yasmin and Tattooed Guide look like. There we go on them. All right. Tell me what you're doing. Are you just kind of attacking? Or doing anything special? What are you doing here?
I think I'm just going to wail on these guys. I'm there to take them down.
So to actually hit them,
yes.
This essentially they are mooks, but it's a big group. So you're doing stuff to reduce their overall strength here. Mm-hmm. It's easy to hit them, but when they're on Moss, they do a bunch of damage. So their level is higher for attacking. But right now, their defense level is a 4 for you to hit them.
Nice. Okay, so challenge rating of 4. I will be punching. Okay. So I have a 1 shift punch damage. Does that take it down to a 3?
Yeah, you go the 1 shift on strength and the punch. So yeah, you're at a 3 right now.
Okay. Then I'll spend out of my might pool. I have 2 edge, which means I can spend 4 and take it down to a 1? Or
that is correct.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to spend 2 and take it down to a 2, which means I need a 6 or better. Correct?
Actually, it costs you only 1 because your edge is 2 on that might now.
Pretty explain.
Yes, six or better.
Screw it. I'm going to spend 2 points and take it
Oh
down.
no, because the second one will cost you 3 points.
Oh my god, that's
hello math. God, this
game. Oh my god. Fine. Okay, I need a 6 or better. Here we go.
Yes.
16.
16. That actually does extra damage. How much damage do you do with your punch?
7D.
7 damage. So that actually does, I believe, 9 damage. So you will send, like, of this like big group that's on you. Let's say there are about 8 of them. You will send half of them flying. Okay. They just go sailing, into tables. Punch goal goes crashing. Like hits the thing that's holding up some of the pretty and pink banners, and they go down. One guy flops, and you hear the sound of him falling behind the bleachers. And that. So you will throw them off. So I'm going to cut to then Darlene.
All right, I guess this is it. I have to try to get my mask on in this thing, and
You made that roll.
Yeah,
for this because he ate it. That was the consequence.
So I'm okay.
Sorry, Lo, didn't he eat the guy's mask rather than?
That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that was the consequences that he ate the mask.
Yeah. So essentially, what kind of roll am I making for this?
You want to you could so we're going to try and pull the mask on. I'm going to say you can pull the mask on.
Okay.
Because you've already paid the cost that Steve Yarborough is in a coma now, the person you were trying to protect, and it's kind of your fault.
Okay, awesome. Yes. So, and then I will scream at them. I will scream. It will not be the prettiest scream, but it will be, in fact, the one that they can't ignore.
Okay.
So I am going to.
So difficulty 4 to hit them.
Okay.
Your Sonic Blast has a shift of 1, so you go down to difficulty 3.
Okay, and I will spend another thing to get it down to difficulty 2. And I'll hope that I can roll over 3, which I haven't so far today. So let's see how this goes. Holy shit, a 1. Sorry. So I guess I'm gonna have to get this. So I will try again. I will spend my last XP here. Hold on. 13, finally.
13. So you will hit them, okay? And that does 7 dice, 7 damage rather. So of this group, you will peel off like a third of them will go flying from that blast. And essentially they smash against glass cases and things, knocking down trophies. There's the standee that you guys made for the pretty and pink dance that was all carefully crafted with all kinds of paper mache stuff around the outside, and it goes down. They go through it, and that will knock that down. Sophia.
Okay, so the guys are on top of me as I change. Basically, the whole thing of this 7-foot tall woman standing up knocks them off.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing a speed action here, so this is effectively a descriptor of my Sonic Blast. I will zip down to the hall, grab the fire hose, and I'll be rushing up the hall and basically tying them up in the hose as I go.
Okay.
And when I've got them in the hose, I'm going to run top speed and then stop and duck as they go flying past.
That sounds great. Do you want to do this as the attack that gives you a shift to the hit or not?
I'd like to do this as the attack that does the 7 damage.
Okay. So we're starting here at a 4.
Okay. 4. I need to find my character sheet again. Give me 2 seconds.
Sure.
I get a shift on my speed defense, not speed attacks.
Right. So you're at a 4 right now.
Okay. So no one's attacked them yet, so I don't get my opportunist. I'm going to spend 2 from my speed.
Okay. Difficulty 3.
This is where I regret doing that. But
yes.
That's why I built up all that XP. And I rolled a 2, so I'll re-roll that using the XP. And I rolled a 9.
So that will just hit them. So it's not pretty, but you will do that. There's that blur of you doing that. That fire hose comes out, goes around. You kind of hit that taut end of it, and you will send some of them flying. And that does 7 damage with that. So again, like about a third of them will go peeling, flying off from you. Eric.
Yeah. So the situation is that the 3 of us here in the hallway, all have a group of these shadow ninjas on us.
Yes.
And that there's the big bruiser guy is out fighting Sean.
You're not sure what's going on in the thing. You're definitely hear screaming.
Okay,
from...
so we can't see it.
Nope.
Okay, got it. Okay, so I think at this point I'm going to Warlock's going to basically stand up and do his metal scream, Wah!
Okay.
And attack. This is a area attack.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, no. This is causing the detonation of an object within long range. So I'll pick the fire extinguisher that's on the wall near us, and I'm going to cause it to explode out into these ninjas.
Okay. So maybe like creating an asset for people to use out in the hallway.
Actually, the shatter does damage.
Oh, okay.
It's an area damage.
All right. How much damage does that do?
So I think I would need to roll to hit them, right?
Yep. So
it does
4.
Yeah, it does 1 point of damage. And if I apply effort, it would do more damage. But I think I'm going to not apply the effort. So it's a difficulty 4. I get 1 shift on attacks, which makes it a 3.
Yep.
It is 2 intellect to do this power.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 3 points to make it a difficulty 2.
Okay.
And let's roll that. And I got a 4, and I have no XP to reroll.
Okay.
But even if I fail, they take 1 point of damage.
Okay. So you will kind of do that blast. It will shatter out from that and kind of strike them. But they are still up and they are still active. Okay. So I'm going to come to their actions. So right now, let's kind of do with Sean. Sean, you've got 2 groups on you. First, the remaining shadow people are attacking you.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going for grapple, so you can actually use your might to defend against this if you wish.
I'd love to.
And that is a difficulty 4.
Ooh, pretty wicked.
That's their half strength.
That's their half strength. Oh man, I forgot that I was trained in punching. It could have been easier. That's fine. I still succeeded. Okay, I'll just make a might roll of difficulty 4. So I'll spend my 1, of course, to take it down to a 3.
Okay.
And then it's 3 more to take it down to a 2?
Yep.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Because there's 2 groups, so it would be wise to do that. So it's they all on top of him. He's going to try to burst up and out, right, and throw them all.
Perfect. Roll
19.
So yeah, I will say that when you throw them off, here's the Benny I'm going to give you. That guy with the tattoos is running at you, and you will actually fling them into him. And so he has to push them aside. He won't get his attack on you this round.
That's awesome.
Does that seem cool? Stands up. You little, this time, you little bastard. And you also notice that woman on stage is gone. You don't see
she's
her
so pretty.
Let's come to the attack on you. And you guys can choose to use might or speed for the defense on this. I mean, I'll let you kind of describe because essentially they are trying to grapple, bring you down to the ground, probably trying to pull those masks off of you. So let's start with the attack on Babylon Pie. Difficulty is a 5.
Okay. Well, I guess then that I will attempt to bring that down to a 4.
Okay. What are you spending from speed?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I need a 12 or better.
Yes.
Nope, not going to get it.
Okay. You are going to take 5 points of damage then.
2 might, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's come to Sophia. You also peeled a third of them off of you, so difficulty is 5.
Okay, so I get 2. Oops, sorry. I get 2 shifts for my special speed defense. Does that include in the shift I get for speed defense from dexterity as well?
Yeah, so there's 2 shifts total there.
Okay.
So you're at a 3 right now.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, the 2 shifts to my speed defense are effectively what's okay.
Yeah, why it's special. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just trying to figure it out. I'm going to spend 2 of my speed to drop that down further.
Difficulty is now a 2, 6 or better.
And I rolled a 9.
Okay, so you will speed, but rushing, doing the acrobatics between them as they're trying to grab at you. Eric, you damage these guys a little bit, but they swarm you, and they're at full strength.
Okay, so I think I'm going to I'm going to pop the guitar pick that I have into my mouth.
Okay.
That gives me an edge in speed.
Okay.
And let's see. I'll spend from speed. In order to. You said that's a 5?
So no, there are 8 of them. The difficulty is 8.
The difficulty is 8. Oh. So the difficulty is 8, and I spend the edge to get it down, or the speed to get it down to 7.
Uh-huh.
I can then.
Do you have any assets you think that are at play here?
I think I could probably spend Far Step, which is a leap through the air, in order to jump away, to get it to a 6.
Yep.
I don't think I have. Let's see, perfect mechanism.
I will give you the asset that Babylon Pi created on you earlier.
Okay.
Essentially, you're a hero from that cipher. So that'll take it down to a 5. So you need a 15.
I'll roll that. I rolled a 14. Yeah.
You take 8 points of might damage.
Ooh, okay.
And they smash you down to the ground, and they are pulling at your mask right now.
Okay.
Essentially, they need to get you to impaired to be able to start pulling that off of you. And that is all of their actions, except that as they bring you to the ground there, Warlock, you will see this woman with that sort of platinum white hair, and she'll go, "Oh yeah, this is when we first meet. Why don't you do me a favor and call your dad?" And we'll cut to the top of the next round. Sean.
Yeah.
That you've thrown some of these guys. There's still, about half that group left, and this tattooed guy is getting up. Like, oh, nice one.
I think it's time for you and I to go mano-y-mano. That's 1-on-1. Sucker MC.
Wait, what? Okay. Difficulty 5 to hit this guy.
Jeez. Okay, I am punching, so that will take it down to a 4.
4.
Because I have that skill.
Yep.
And I'm going to be spending a ton here. So 4. Of course, I'll spend the 1, take it down to a 3.
Okay.
And then I'll spend 3 more to take it down to a 2.
Okay.
Oof. So much might spent on this. 4! I'm too deep in. I have to spend my last XP. I need to take this guy down. Oh, so sucky. Come on, dice. Okay, hold on. And a 5. A 5.
So I will here offer you an intrusion right this second here.
An intrusion? You mean an
Yeah.
XP?
Yeah.
Then I get an XP and I get to hand one off?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take it. Of course I'll take it. I need it.
Hey.
I hand off to Sophia because of wait, she has a lot. So I'll give one instead. I'll tactically go with Eric.
Okay. So you go and you will hit this guy. And how much damage do you do?
70.
Okay. So you will punch him hard and send him flying. But even as you see that, you will see that rather than pin her to the ground, you see that Yasmin is kind of sitting up, and that woman is crouched behind her, whispering in her ear. And you see Sophia pull out this mask and pull it on. And she kind of doesn't look like she's herself. You know what I mean? There's your intrusion, Rich. Let me.
I feel intruded.
Let me drop this image here of what her thing looks like. This is what Yasmin transforms into. Down in the NPC pictures there.
Bulldog says, I didn't think she could get hotter. But she did.
Okay. So Sean, you've punched this guy, you sent him flying, and this woman she's in 2 places at once, and she whispers in, and you see Yasmin transform. Darlene.
I gotta try to get a blast off. And the thing is that I gotta try to set it up so that Eric and I can work together. So I think that what it is that he's already done that scream, that sort of heavy metal scream, and I pick it up and just like so she sort of does the pop, heavy metal blend like California Girls kind of thing, and she does Twisted Sister's Not Gonna Take It Anymore, kind of thing where he started
Okay.
Exactly. And essentially it's got the synth and the screaming, wailing guitars and the scream and the Not Gonna Take It Anymore. And it's an attack.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that. The difficulty on these guys is a 4 to hit them.
Okay, well then it goes down to a 3.
Okay.
And I will spend the intellect to take it down to a 2 because I'm rolling so abysmally that my only chance is to get it under 3, but we'll see. Okay. My reroll button isn't working. 16.
16. So that does extra damage.
Awesome.
So yeah, we hear in the music video version of this, we hear that We're Not Going to Take It remixed with the heavy metal, and he will turn around and that blast will crisscross against these last of these shadow men on you, and they will go flying, and you are clear of them at that point.
Okay.
Let's cut to Laser Flip.
Sorry, was muted again. So there's still people on Warlock, aren't there?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them, and he just got battered.
Okay. Well, Laser Flipper's always wanted people to watch her. She's always wanted people to pay attention to her. I'm fighting off a group at the moment. I'm basically going to try and get all the shadow folk to basically concentrate on me instead, dodging
Okay.
in between them, moving in between them, and I'm actually going to use one of my powers as well.
Okay.
I need to just get to the character sheet. I'm going to use block, which means I ignore the next melee attack.
Okay. All right. So you spend that, and do you also want to attack?
No, I basically in this instance I'm using my action to basically try and get everyone concentrating on me as an opponent.
Perfect. I will say that you can do that. I won't even have you roll because you're using that 3-point power, and essentially you will spin around, and you'll be able to protect you and Eric for this next round. Sound good?
Yep.
Seems a fair trade-off for burning an action on that. Eric.
I think Eric is going to attack with his I-beams.
Okay.
This is an onslaught. So there are 8. Is that right?
There are 8 of them.
Okay. So if I spend 2 levels of effort, that gets it down to 6. I have a shift on attacks. That's 5.
Oh, to hit them, it's a 4. To hit them, it's a 4.
Oh, to hit them, it's a 4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So in that case, yeah. So let's do the.
And essentially, each 2 points of damage that you do is going to reduce their strength by 1.
I don't think I can up my damage anymore. So I think that I'm going to do. So the onslaught is 4. I have a shift in attacks. That's 3. I'll spend. I don't think I can spend up the damage, so I'll spend 2.
Yeah, you actually can. Yeah, you can spend up the damage.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Each spend that you do of effort spends how much?
I think it's 2 points additional.
Okay. So
But,
then I will spend 1 level of effort to hit and 1 level of effort to up the damage.
Oh, that's right. You went to effort 2. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I think I'm at a 2.
Okay.
Did I count that right?
Yep.
Okay. And then I'll need to add up the effort. And I rolled a 6. Exactly.
A 6. So you just hit them. How much damage are you doing then?
That would be 6.
6 points of damage. So you will peel off. 3 of them will go flying. What does that look like?
So I think that they just kind of melt. Where they're hit by these I-beams, they just kind of fall over backwards and kind of melt.
Okay. So you will do that. You kind of reduce that number. We're going to cut to inside the gym, and tattooed guy is getting up to attack you again, Sean. And that woman goes, no. Let my little pet do it. And you will see Yasmin kind of pulls this flame to her and goes to project it at you, Sean.
Wow.
Speed defense 5.
Okay. It's not been an hour, has it?
No.
Okay, so the bubble gum still affects or no?
Yeah, you can still taste it in your mouth too.
It's lost all the sugar. That's the sad
Yes.
part, but that's fine. I'll just stick it underneath the bleachers later. Okay, that gives me an extra edge that reduces cost for speed shifts, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So what was the challenge rating on this?
Right now is a 5.
All right, so I will spend currently an edge of 2 because I already had an edge of 1. That pushes to an edge of 2. So I'll spend 1 to take it down to a 4.
To a 4.
3 more to take it down to a 3.
Oh, yes.
That's all I'm spending because I need to have some speed for later, I'm sure.
Hey.
Isn't the second spin to take it? Isn't that only 2 points?
Is
Oh,
it?
that's right. It's only 2 points for the second spend. You're right.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, good. But it would be 3 to take it down another point down to a 2, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. I will leave it at a challenge rating of 3. I need 9. Better than 9 or better. Wait, is it me
9
to
or
beat?
better. Here.
All right, here we go. 7. It's fitting. It's
so
fitting.
this you kind of like shocked, and this flame hits you for 7 points of damage.
Don't
But
take that
you
in
have
speed?
no, you take that on might. But you have armor.
Yes, I do have 1 shift of armor, total 2. Does that mean I
So-
reduce it by 2 or by
Yep.
1?
You just take 5 points on your might.
Oh, geez, I don't like that.
Kind of rolls over you, kind of push back. In the illumination, you will see those shadow people I've got the trio, and I've got Lisa. They're getting their masks. It's kind of chaos. You don't know where your friends are. This is just an absolute mess here. I'm going to cut back out to the hall after that attack. Probably in the flames, you'll see that tattooed guy laughing like this is the best thing in the world. He says, "Oh, you're making her attack him? That's poetry." And Sherry, I believe you still got like just 2 of them on you.
Oh, I thought I had cleaned off all
Oh no,
of
you
them.
cleaned up. You're clear, so you're not getting an attack on you.
Right.
And then all the others go to attack laser flip, and they can't touch her. Boom, 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 boom. And we see that as you dodge and spin around between them.
I'm not dodging. I'm dancing with them. It is literally dance moves the entire time, in time with the music coming from Babylon 5.
Perfect. That's all the attacks on the bad guy's side because you eat those up. Sean.
Oh, man. Bulldog gets thrown back. The flames come over. They singe all of his cool kind of red tank top there. He says, "You hurt me, baby." And then he's going to reach into his like cool Zubaz spandex pants there, pull out a Rubik's Cube bomb, and he's going to try to solve it and throw it at the platinum blonde woman for doing this to Yasmin.
Oh, awesome. That's a complete surprise. I will say she's not going to be able to time distort away. Difficulty 6 though to hit her.
Oh my. Okay, cool. I will do that then. It's an intellect, right?
Yep.
Difficulty 6. I have no edge in intellect. So I have 9 pool. How far can I just take it down by 1 step? Is that right?
You can take it down by 1 step, but you also have throwing as a skill that you bought last time.
Oh, thank goodness for that. All right, cool. So throwing will take it down by a step from did you say 6? You said 6.
So 6 goes down to a 4. You're at a 4 right now.
Okay, if I spend
Do you have any other assets that are playing into this? Situational, environmental?
No, I mean, unless somebody can think of one, I mean, intellect, defense, pinball wizard, those are all teen related, so I can't think of anything. I think I've just taken it down to a 4.
Okay.
All right, here we go. It's not a good chance, and I have not been rolling well. Here we go. A 1, of course a 1.
You have an XP.
You have an XP because I didn't make you spend it last time.
Still gonna fail, but I really don't want another intrusion. So yeah, I'll go ahead and spend that XP and mark it off. This hurts. This hurts me. Dang it, Bulldog, come on. This is such a good idea. Bulldog, come on. A 5. Wow. I can't throw this die. That's the thing about virtual dice. You can't throw them across the room in anger and frustration.
Okay, now I'm going to give you a choice. Does it go off or does it not go off?
I didn't solve it fast enough. Like there's like
I think you throw it and you're like, oh, and you can see that the green side with just that one little red corner, and it'll hit her in the head. She's like, what was that? Just Babylon Pie.
Yeah, I need Eric up. So essentially I am going to blast.
I'm going to do an intrusion.
Okay. All right.
Do you want it?
I long to have that. Yes.
Here's an XP, and you can give an XP to someone else.
I'll give it to Eric.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Sean, I guess, actually is in desperate shape, so I'll give it to Sean.
Yeah.
You see, as you kind of go to move, Eric, you'll see these shadow people, and they're pulling Lisa out into the hall, and you can see they've got a hold of her mask.
Okay, I gotta hit those people then. I have to hit those people. So I'm going to blast them because it's like I hate Lisa, but she was also my best friend, and she really should be my best friend still, but she screwed it up, damn it, and we got to get that worked out. So I don't even know what I'm thinking when that happens, but I
Perfect.
yeah.
So difficulty 4 to hit them.
Okay, well, that drops to 3 because I got the shift on that, and I will spend another point to take it down 1.
Okay.
So that takes it down to I gotta get a 6 or better, right?
That you do.
Well, every once in a while I can manage that. I got a 12.
Perfect. So you will do that shriek. What is it? What is the sound that you're using on that one?
I'm still singing it. It's more of we're not going to take it, and it's just she sort of sweeps up there, and essentially just sings that at them and grabs Lisa.
Okay. Kind of grab onto her even as they are hit with that sonic blast and go flying through the library doors there. Mm-hmm. Go through the banned books week thing and crashing, and all the World Book encyclopedias go flying everywhere in the library. Let's come to then Laser Flip.
Okay, so I've got these 2 groups of shadowy figures fighting me at the moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Effectively merged together, they're another total of strength 8 group.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn to Eric and say, "I've got this. Go and help Babylon Pie." And I'm gonna try all of them. Try and grab all of them.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna run through towards the walls, and these are public schools, so the construction isn't necessarily as good as it should be. And I'm just going to speed up going down the hall, and I'm going to try and hit and go through room after room after room and take the fight outside where I've got some room to maneuver.
Oh, okay. So if your intent is to get them outside, over doing damage, it'll be a simple roll to do that. Does that seem fair?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. Let's say then difficulty 3 to do that.
Okay. You may want. I'd say this is more a strength thing than a speed thing, even though speed is my.
That seems fair. That seems fair.
So I'm going to be using might. So I'll spend 2 points off might to bring it down to difficulty 2.
Okay.
And I get a 9.
Okay. You will do that. Bring them outside. I'm going to offer you an intrusion here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. And you can point to somebody else. Essentially, as you're throwing all these adult shadow people around and you go tearing outside, as they hit the ground, you can kind of recognize how one of them is dressed.
Is it someone I'm very familiar with by any chance?
Is it someone who would normally have a butcher's apron on?
Thought so.
All right. Eric.
Yes.
Your action.
Yes. So basically all of these ninja guys are gone.
So the ninja guys are gone. It's cleared. You hear the shouting and probably hear this whoosh of flame from the gym.
Do we see? So what happened to the ninjas that had Lisa?
She blew them into the library.
So they're all gone. Okay.
Yeah.
And I say
technically they're not ninjas, but fair enough.
Okay.
It is the 80s, so they would be considered ninjas. Yes, everybody's a ninja in the 80s.
So I turn to Babylon Pie and I say, sounds like the music and the dance is in the gym. Let's head back out. And I'm just going to. So I'm going to run into the gym.
Okay.
I think I'll also call. So I'll move into the gym and I'll call my future self.
Okay.
And see what that lady says.
So you will pop that guy into place, pop him in, and he sees her, and he's like, oh shit. And she's like, there you are. And it looks like she's actually going to go after him.
Sweet.
Okay. So you have drawn her attention. So you're in the gym. You've drawn her attention. Looks like she's focused on that. There's a Rubik's Cube bomb floating around. There's the tattooed guy. There's still some shadow people who are on the trio. And we're going to go to this next round there. Sherry, Lisa pulls her purse and rips this thing out, and it's like a mask with like a really horrible fake wig on it.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, don't say anything. And she'll pull that on and transform.
All right. And I essentially pull her up so she's standing up, and we run into the gym together.
Okay. So she will be an asset for you guys in this fight. All right.
Awesome.
I'm going to now do the bad guys' actions.
All right.
It looks like Yasmin is coming after you again. She rushes up, and that flames that kind of boil up, and it looks like she's going to try and grab you and ignite you, Bulldog.
Oh man, that sucks. I would like to not do that. I don't want to burn.
Speed defense 5.
Okay. So 1 to take it down to a 4.
Yep.
And then 2 more to take it down to a 3.
That would be correct.
Okay. All right. I gotta save a little bit more in the tank because I'm gonna get hosed. So we got a difficulty of 9 or better.
Yep.
Another 1.
That is the craziest damn thing I've seen.
Okay, well, I was up to 2 because luckily Sophia was nice enough to give me another, so I'll spend that 1. I haven't actually marked it, but I won't mark it, and I'm spending it. Okay, come on, reroll. 13.
There you go. So you will dodge out of the way of that as she goes to lay into the flames on you. Tattooed guy is letting you handle that, and he's probably going to fly over to put a punch in on you, Eric, because he says he sees you come in, and he is going to leap over, and that hand again turns to steel, and he goes to hit you.
Okay.
5.
5?
5.
Bend a couple off of my speed. To make that a 4. Can I jump out of his way using Far Step?
Spend the points. Take an asset.
It's 2 intellect points, and I have an intellect edge of 2, so it's free.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's 3.
3.
And I don't think I have anything else. So I'll roll it a 3.
Roll a 3.
Yep. And I rolled an 18.
Okay, so he smashes the bleachers. There's a shock wave that kind of rolls down there, and some of them pop out because they're closed up. There's that, they go down, splinters everywhere. And he is right by you. Laser flip. These shadow figures are coming at you to grab onto you.
Okay. I am... Well, they're attacking me, so that's their...
Difficulty 7. There's so many of them.
Okay. I'm going to let them grab onto me.
Okay.
I want them all holding me.
Then you're going to take 7 points of might damage.
I'll take 7 points of might damage.
7 points of might damage as they kind of grab onto you, pin you down. Even your father pinning you to the ground, knocking you down there. Sean, your action. Got a flaming friend in front of you. Rubik's Cube's on the ground. What do you want to do?
Man, Platinum Blonde's disappeared, correct?
Oh, no, she is attacking that old dude who always pops up.
Oh, right. That's fine. He's an old dude. He's like ancient. I think she made Yasmin bad. So I'm gonna try to dodge past Yasmin, grab up the Rubik's Cube, try to solve it for that one thing, which means you have to like work it back out again and then back in again. I mean, I could do the thing where you like take it to the edge and you like pop out all the pieces, but that's totally cheating. And I can work this thing. I'm not like, that's incredible good, but I'm good. So yeah, that's the thing, is basically running and working with this giant bulldog hands, trying to fidget with the Rubik's Cube and then toss it towards our foe.
Okay. So difficulty is still at 6.
Okay.
However,
I'm throwing, so I can take that down.
Yeah. And Lisa will see you doing that, and she will leap up to knock it into place.
Oh, man. Thanks, Queen Bee.
An asset there.
Okay. Takes it down to 4.
So what are you at?
I'm at a 4, and I'll spend 3 from intellect.
Goes down to a 2.
Wait, I was at a 4, and I spent
4?
3 from intellect, so that would take it down to a 3, right?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay. Wish I could just listen to you, but I have to do math. All right, here we go. I need 9 or better. A 2. This is not my day. Okay.
D20. This is the worst dice ever.
I'm spending XP. I'm gonna spend my X. I'm stupid. I'm stupid, guys. But here we go. There's a level 7 bomb. 20.
Oh,
So
holy
sweet.
shit!
Oh man, worst to first.
So, she's also distracted by the fact this old guy, like she's intent on him, and Lisa kind of punches the Rubik's Cube down, and she looks at it, and you see her go, "Oh yeah, that's what that is." Boom! And she will go flying here. Smashes, through the stage curtains there. Old guy goes spinning across the floor, and you hear him hit the wall at the far side, and you hear, "Ow!" And it's kind of a smoldering crater in the gym floor where that was. Babylon Pie.
Yeah, I kind of, as I step back into the gym from that little hidey hole that I have there right by that thing there, I grab out the blow dryer in its case, and I sort of slide that over towards Eric. So he has an extra attack, and then I'm going to take a blast at whichever one of these adults is the closest to me.
Well, right now, tattooed guy is on Eric, and the woman behind it all is sort of laying sprawled out on the floor of the stage.
I got to hit that woman, man, because she's
okay.
Because this is it. I got to finish it, so I will attempt to do that.
So difficulty 6 to hit her.
Oh my gosh!
You'll have Lisa as an asset, so that goes to 5. You can describe how she assists you.
4. Yeah, I think I yell because Lisa and I are friends for a long time, so I yell "Trapper Keeper" at her, and she knows what I mean exactly, and essentially backs me up in that way. That essentially she kind of clears all the stuff out of the way. It's like this kind of silly, stupid joke that we used to have, and then so I've got 3 down, so that gets me down to 9, and I'll spend intellect.
Okay.
So 12. And so I will hit her with my Sonic Blast.
Let's have you roll to see if, in fact, you do hit her with your Sonic Blast.
It could happen. Right, dice? Okay, I will spend an XP to hit her with my Sonic Blast. Holy smokes. Sorry.
That's okay.
I hit her with my Sonic.
So she is kind of getting up from that blast, like with that 20, like it rung her bell, and she is just getting up from that when Lisa kind of leaps past and draws her attention, to clear the way, and then she gets hit with that sonic blast, and she will probably be lifted up, and she flies up into the lighting, hits those. There's that, and she'll come crashing back down to the ground from that.
Okay.
Eric, we're going to come back to you in just a second because I want to see what Laser Flip is going to do out here.
Okay, so they're all holding me at the moment, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Reaching for your mask.
And which point I'm going to say, okay, now that I have your attention, and I'm going to start spinning and spinning. And I'm moving towards the pitching lanes that they use on the baseball pitches.
Okay.
I'm basically going to end up throwing them all into one of the pitching lanes, and then closing the actual lane down to secure them in place. Basically ripping the wire off and basically crunching it up so that they can't get out of it.
Okay. All right. So let's have you roll that. There are a bunch of them. It's difficulty 4 to hit them. I say if you wanted to put them all, like not damaged, but out of commission, like held, I'd say that's difficulty 6.
Okay. Okay. What the hell? Live large or go home.
Okay. This will be a speed thing for you.
So, okay, so that's going to be 6. I'll bring that down by. Can I justify using my movement acrobatics and dexterity skill on this? Okay, so that's 5. I'm going to use my speed to bring that down to 4.
Okay. That gets you to a 12.
This is where I muck up big time. And I get a 13.
Oh. So yeah, you will do that. You will send them flying, kind of lock them up there at the baseball field to get them away, and you do it without injuring any of them. Okay, they're kind of all on their backs, and they actually seem like they're kind of lost some coherence, like they kind of lost some focus now that they're further away, and that their boss is getting the shit kicked out of her. Eric.
Yeah. So, what does Babylon Pie's hair dryer do again?
Force beam. Damage 7.
Oh, nice. Okay. So I'm gonna pick up the hair dryer and aim it at Boss Lady.
Okay.
And turn it on.
Okay. She's difficulty 6 to hit.
Okay.
Tell me what assets you have on the table.
I have a shift from attacks, so that makes it 5.
Okay.
What kind of test is this?
This will be intellect.
Okay. So I will spend. Okay. So then I have an asset from Lisa.
Difficulty 4.
Okay. And I'm gonna spend. I think it's 3 points to go down 2 more.
Yep.
Okay. And yeah.
2. Okay.
And it's at difficulty 2, and I'm gonna roll that and
see
what happens. I rolled a 5, so I'll spend the XP that I have.
Oh, last one.
Yep. To roll again, and I rolled a 16.
So that will hit her, even as she's kind of getting up. You kind of do that. You kind of dive. We do that slow-mo John Woo thing as you slide down and grab the hairdryer, and we hear the woo as it turns on, and then that force beam will hit her, and it will actually hits her midsection, and she splinters. And you see her thrown back, like it's the same a little bit like the time distortion you've seen when your old guy comes. She is flung back through that distortion. And tattooed guy goes, "Oh shit," and he's gone. And Sean, you feel that kind of hot flame behind you as Yasmin comes up to like set you on fire, and then she collapses on top of you. And the darkness that is around, the shadowy things, that will all kind of start to fade out and dissipate. And it will clear. And there's a kids like hiding, you know, there's like the punch bowl is burning because somebody spiked it, and Yasmin's flame is still on top of it. It's just suddenly it's that calm after the storm there. So you guys can, I mean, what is the what do we see here from you guys in the last bit of this scene?
There's a moment of calm. Everyone's talking about what's going on. Then suddenly one of the windows bursts and shatters outwards as Laser Flip makes a dramatic entrance into the room. Hi! Oh, where's everyone gone?
Wait, which room?
In the gym. Everybody's at.
Sorry, I think the party's over.
But it can't be over. I just arrived.
Well, you started a new party.
You know, you can, in the distance, you can hear the sirens coming, the police cars, that kind of thing. Adults are standing up, many of them nursing bruises and injuries from being flung around while they were in this shadow state.
Darlene runs to check on Steve, who had his mask eaten.
He's still in that coma.
Okay, so she's like, she runs out there, and when she sees he's still in the coma, she drops Babylon Pie. I mean, that's it. So it's just her there with him, and she's sort of holding his hand.
Yasmin kind of pulls that mask off Bulldog, like she's shaken. Kind of pull that off and change back, and she will say, "Can I get a ride home?"
Of course. He'll pick her up like into his arms. She's tiny, and then he'll look around at everybody else, see if everybody's okay.
Okay. You can bound off to get her back to safety. So we've seen Laser Flip. We've seen Darlene. What is the last bit we see here in this moment from you, Eric?
So I think Eric looks around and kind of scans the gym, sees Linda over in the corner, and Warlock gives her kind of the, blows her a kiss, and then runs around the corner of the hallway to take off his mask.
Okay. So that's the end of that. The next day, it'll be all in the papers about some sort of weird, gas leak that caused hallucinations at the school that disrupted the dance. So let's do a quick epilogue shot from each of you, like a day in the life shot. If we were at the end of the series finale, what we might see. Let's start. Let's go the sort of same order backwards. Eric, what about you?
Yeah, so I think that this is happening right after this big fight is going on, and he's talking to the old dude. And he's like, "Who was that bitch?"
I can't tell you. Spoilers.
Spoilers. She knew you, so.
Yeah. So, if you ever have a chance to do an online dating service, don't.
What's that mean? Online?
And he's gone.
Yeah.
Sean, what's the last bit, the sort of epilogue bit we get from you?
I'm
cool later or
so
what?
I don't. I'm gonna go with this image that I have in my head. It's it's early morning, and we see Sean, and it's somber, and they're lowering a coffin into the ground, and Sean's standing there. His mother's in a chair, and his father's in a chair, looking shaken, and Sean's with his family. But when he pulls back just a little bit, he's standing beside Yasmin, and then the last moment that we see is his hand kind of hanging down, and her hand nearby, and he reaches over and takes hold of her hand, and she doesn't move away.
Nice. What about you, Laser Flip / Sophia?
Okay, we see Laser Flip. It's the after everyone leaves the dance, she's the last one to leave. She's still Laser Flip, and Laser Flip starts moving and moving and moving, and she's doing all these impressive stunts. She's doing all these things. The police that are coming down the road to get to the school see her go up in the opposite direction. Some of the cars swerve and actually try and follow her, and she's exulting in the actual chase itself. And all the while, as we're doing this, we can hear Sophia's voice inside Laser Flip's head, begging her to go back to the school to get her father.
Oof. Oh, hard one there. Even with the 80s special effect and the synthwave music we hear as you're doing that chase there, the whoosh, Wizard of Time and Space stuff going on. Sherry, give me the last bit here.
So you see Darlene, and she's at the hospital, and she's goes in, and it's Steve, and he's still in a coma. And she's like, okay, I found another piece. I'm going to see if this works for you, okay? She's clearly trying to make another mask for him.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So she collected all these pieces. And so she comes and puts that on there. And that's essentially her going to put the mask on.
Awesome. And that's it. That's Unmasked. And we are done. I would like to take a moment to do Roses and Thorns, if you guys don't mind. We're a little over on time. I appreciate you guys being flexible, and you said that you could stay a little bit longer. I'd like to do Roses and Thorns. So let's go that reverse order. Start with Thorns. I'll go last because Rich taught me that one. And let's start with you, Sherry. Thorns?
I will always loathe the system that has a linear die underlying it. That is, to me, my statistician brain goes, ugh. I prefer a bell curve so that a reroll would, if there is such a thing, might get you into reasonable territory. And also they have the pre-spend. And so it's kind of two systems that I sort of loathe. But that is me, and that is entirely on my numeric brain. So I could see how it worked for other people, but
fair enough. I think that's a good observation. It is about how people respond to dice and what they dig about it. Gerwin, what about you?
For Thorns, for me, is actually some of my characterization. The second session I was involved in, I noticed that my trying to do a stutter and play someone who's socially not confident was really slowing down the game, and it was really dragging out scenes where it didn't need to be that, and that's something I caught myself doing, and I've had to address itself. Also, the basic part of the system's fine, but I really don't like the way that you calculate difficulty. It seems overly complicated, and I don't know. I think I think there's easier ways to do it. Maybe if they move to a smaller dice and had it on even bands, you'd still get the same sort of probabilities. But yeah,
wouldn't be as swingy.
Yeah.
And I think your point about Sophia is good. You certainly shifted that when we got here into session 4. And I think it does point to one of the challenges of running online. There are certain things that might work better at a tabletop or an extended campaign, and that you kind of have to be, proactive and moving that. Some of the things just don't function as well. But I appreciate that you spotted that and that you went, okay, this is something I need to fix. So that I thought that was good. Rich?
I'm with Sherry on the mathematical, like the swinginess. That said, I did roll a 1, spin an XP, and roll a 20, which is pretty much insane. It's like the happy moment of that wild swinginess. But also Cohen's point about like, I want to do this awesome thing and we're all exciting, and now I got to take a step back and I got to go to this and I'm going to look over there. And it's not just this that's part of Cortex, is part of a lot of the things of like, I can pull from all these 5 different places to build my thing so that I'll do well. I'm so spoiled by games where like, you want to do the thing? Bam, that's your move. Do it. Move on. The inertia continues. So that is a thing that is out there.
What do you think is the magic sauce that makes Lady Blackbird, which uses a very similar thing, work where something like this maybe doesn't work for you?
Good question. So I think that it is generally in Lady Blackbird, the hunting is what trait am I going to start with? And then the tags force you to narratively talk about what you're doing. And because it's more of a conflict resolution, like it's going to, like, we are setting up this role to defeat the guards. It's not to throw the Rubik's Cube. It's to defeat the guards. Okay, cool. So you're describing, if the tags are written well, in a cinematic way, what you're trying to do. And if you fail, then the GM tilts, the GM fails forward. And so it's less like discreet. And that's why I think that little bit of extra effort and the fact that those words should be inspirational to the high action or high emotion of what's being attempted at the conflict. That's my take on it.
Well, I think that's fair. I think that's absolutely fair. Stephen Thorns?
So I'm a big fan of the system, and I get it pretty easily, but I've played it a number of times with a lot of people who do struggle with it, and I recognize that struggle, and I'm like, I understand why it's odd, because the first spend is 3, the next spend is 2, and you subtract off. It's unnecessarily complex. So I can definitely see that. The other thing that I have to say is that the setting, I'm not sure if there's more to the setting than we saw during this game, but it seemed a little simplistic, with just set in the 80s. From the blurb, like the back of the book, I kind of expected, something darker, like maybe the masks are killing the teens a little bit each time, or something like that. Is there something like that in the setting?
There's a lot more, but in the tone conversation we'd had at the start, there was a discussion not to go that way.
Okay, good.
So that's part of why I didn't go fully into this, because the actual game, the actual setting thing is actually really effing dark.
Okay.
If you follow what they have as sort of the default one, it is a toolbox, but the default one is pretty gruesome.
That explains the difference between what I kind of expected from looking at the book and the way this play came out. Is the tone conversation said it then. Okay, yeah. Good. Yeah.
I will say that there are 2 things. One is that I do think the spending from the pool, if you're spending from a pool that you're also taking damage on, that's a really problematic death spiral for some characters. It really limits their options, which is hard. I had a hard time making up characters. The book essentially says, oh yeah, just pick these things and then superhero them up, but it doesn't give a lot of guidelines on that. So I didn't dig that quite as much. And there are a lot of games you play where you have to stop off for a roll and define what the fiction is and so on. But I think because it is granular, and because you're doing that every time, and you are having to do that, even if we got faster, there's still always that stop off to do those calculations. And at least for me, for the way that I prefer to run, it's a set of choices and interactions that maybe isn't giving me the value at the table, isn't doing what I want, and that's on me because I can see how it could be good, and I can see that people would dig it, and I did have fun. So, but if I had to run this a lot over a long time, I think I would go kind of crazy maybe. But I'm still figuring it out. I don't want to knock Cypher because a lot of people love it. It's just maybe not my cup of tea. Sherry, let's go to the good stuff.
I just want to thank you guys for like really bringing the 80s stuff. It was goofy and awesome and kind of really real in a way. There was a sort of, it's such a mishmash age of, and it's the start of, I don't know, how about that, where just all the media is just completely focused on that age group, and it is sort of a super exciting and super kitschy time to be a teenager, and it kind of felt like that. So it was good. Thank you, all of you.
Gerwin, roses.
Thank you for letting me get away with oddball stuff. I was one of the things I put forward when I was coming up with the character is I never wanted to do the same attack twice.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to be over the top and very much in keeping the character as a show off. And thank you for running with that and actually letting me do all that weird and wacky stuff like catching columns and trapper keepers and dropping them on people from great heights.
Oh yeah, that was a great moment.
Equally, I love the characters. I love all of the characters actually involved in this. And some of the twists you've got tonight with the actual people we fought last week were actually some of our dates for tonight.
I love that.
I thought that was such a good twist and totally came out of left field. I didn't see that coming at all.
Oh, good.
Equally, I like the basic premise of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I love one of the things that really sold me on the premise is that the actual personality of the mask is a different person to the person wearing it. And certainly something I tried to play up. Maybe might have not have gone that heavy if I'd been involved in the first session with the tone set in. But
no, I think it was good. I think it fit because it was a nice contrast to some of the other stuff, and I think that's really interesting.
But I've had this game's been the highlight of my Sundays now for the last 3 weeks, and I'm just kicking myself that I missed the first session.
Oh, no, it's good. Man. Yeah. Rich.
Quite a few of my roses have already been stated, but to restate, the flip of no, your date is one of the girls from the mall was amazing. I was just gobsmacked by that. It was such a brilliant turn and such a great fourth and final session kind of move. Hats off to you on that one. I love how much Sherry brought the 80s with all of the aspects of her character and descriptions and moment to moment. It was really, really great. I love that people played into when I would throw out stupid, kitschy 80s stuff as well. Appreciate that. Being very forgiving for my desire to have musical montages and Howard Jones songs and the like. Steven, I really enjoyed your character. The time travel thing was just such a fun thing to do, especially for a game that's now set in the 80s, so that you could do stuff that we're all like, oh yeah, we would. That would, instead of an 80s movie pretending the future is just like the 80s, but with slightly different hair. You know, you could play with that. That was super fun. And Gerwin, I enjoyed the very hard transition between the two types of the teen and the mask. I thought it was interesting exploring that. And the way you owned it with the makeover was just, that was so perfect. So perfect. I really, really enjoyed it. Some masterful GMing, Lowell, as far as just pacing and excitement, tension. I really enjoyed, even the failures were enjoyable in this. It was great. It was really, really fun. I enjoyed the heck out of this game.
Cool. Steven?
So I have a lot of roses, but I'll try and narrow it down. I said that I like the system. To me, the system is a step between indie players and story playing. And what I see is whenever I played the game, the Cypher system previously with story gamers, it gets in the way. But when I played it with trad players, they like being able to pull in all these story elements. And I think you did a really good job of putting the story elements first and making sure that the system didn't get in the way whenever we were trying to do something. Another rose was I really enjoyed Gerwin's role playing the hard switch between the mousy teen and the overconfident mask. That was fantastic. That was really, really good. And then lastly, I really enjoyed. I guess it was after last session you mentioned the dance, and it was like, oh, I'm going to make a mixtape. And I really enjoyed going through all this stuff. I'm going to drop the
Oh, wow.
I'm going to drop the links for the people I made for the different characters into the chat. It's in the spreadsheet too. It's on Steven's tab. So I made a link of all these 80s songs, and then I looked for metal versions of, like, my favorite is actually Babylon Pie's Take On Me. The metal version of that is amazing.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I had a great time for another hour or two after last week's game, just looking through YouTube. Yeah,
that is very cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to wrap it up with my roses. One is I want to say I think that we got a taste of the setting. I think that this setting Unmasked is really smart. It's got a toolkit thing in it. It's got some gaps, but I think as a premise, there's a lot that you could steal. That you could do this with another superhero game, or you could play around with this. I love the idea of it. I think that works. I want to echo essentially everything that everybody said already, but I want to thank you guys. The one thing I appreciated is how much you guys were willing to lean in a superhero game, a teen game, into the home scene stuff, into their interaction with parents, in the interaction with siblings, to those things. And I really dug those scenes. I thought that was really good. I thought that those tempered and shifted, even as we moved from the sort of the heavy stuff to the more 80s montage kind of things. All of that I just really loved. It's the other part of the game that I dug, and I thought you guys did such a good job with it, and I enjoyed every moment of that.
I'd like to bring up something else, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I really enjoyed the part where you brought in the AIDS crisis that happened during the 80s. With Sean's uncle, and it reminded me whenever I was in college, one of my friends came out, and whenever he was in the process of coming out, he described other people as having auras around them. And after talking to him a little bit and looking back in hindsight, it was only men, and I think this was the beginning of his gaydar, or what he thought. He was starting to identify other people that he associated with. And this game, Masks, has teenagers who are learning about themselves with auras around them. And the whole X-Men as an analogy for the LGBT stuff back in the 80s, that kind of just the mutants and the mutant oppression and all that kind of stuff just really rings a bell for me. I don't know if that was intentional in the setting, but to me, it kind of hit during this session.
Yeah, no, I think it may be in there. I didn't quite catch on to it until I kind of put that together. And I want to say, Rich, I appreciate you rolling with me on that kind of tough thing that I wanted to handle kind of delicate. And I thought I really enjoyed those moments there.
Me too.
Yeah, I just want to thank you as well. As soon as I could see where that head, and I'm bisexual myself, and I've known people who've gone through issues and scares, and as soon as that came up, I was so tempted to just throw in the X card. I was I was shaken a little bit, if I'm totally honest.
Oh,
And,
okay.
But the way you handled it, it was respectful. It wasn't sensational, and thank you.
Yeah, it for me it made sense because I'd known so many people who had lied about their lives to their family living here in the conservative Midwest, and that secret was something that was really painful for their family and to struggle with after things went down. So it was good. Thank you guys very much. I had an awesome time. I love superheroes. I like this game very much. It was a great group to do this with. Awesome. So awesome all around. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to stop the broadcast.